The hosts of the Swine Brothers show are not role models. They're not even human. They're complete monsters. The Swine Brothers show is dumb, crude, thoughtless, ugly, sexist, self-destructive, foolish, and a crime against humanity. Some of the things they do would cause a person to get hurt, expelled, arrested, possibly deported. The fact they blatantly ripped this off from another source should be an indicator of their shameless depravity. This extreme and bad taste will offend anyone with a working brain, so listening discretion is advised. If you're still here, welcome to the sewer of the internet.
Hello and welcome to the Swine Brothers Show, episode 203. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can email the show at cosmicgodsdie@gmail.com. Facebook is still Swine Brothers, which I still don't have access to, and Twitter is at SwineBro666. You can also leave a comment if you want to, and like and subscribe and share. Definitely share because we
suck at self-promotion. Let's get the fucking thing shared everywhere.
Yes, I am
Tattoo
your
it
host.
across your forehead.
I am your host, Ellie Lindemood.
I'm the Jim, the seeing eye mutant.
And we have a friend and a guest. Please introduce yourselves.
Brian Ritchey with Carpathian Funeral.
This is
It
Justin,
is Carpathian.
Yeah, Carpathian. Wow.
Carpathian. Yep.
This is Justin, aka Flimloke.
He's something of a legend or something.
I got stories
just a
too.
fan of metal, man.
I love metal.
A fan of metal.
Metal's good. So I have your album sitting right here, actually. You can't see it, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Pretty good.
What is
really
it?
good album.
It's the one you autographed for us.
Oh.
I sent it to him. He was really looking forward to that.
The End of God.
I got to meet you in person, so he gets the autograph.
The End of God.
Yes, great album.
Gotcha.
Short and sweet. It's a great album.
Man, brutal as hell, man, all the way through, man. No filler. I mean, no filler, all killer.
Yeah, it's unrelenting. It's pretty good. I call it Black Death.
I call it blackened death metal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really. Justin showed me because we were talking about bands from his hometown, and the only one I know is Leviticity.
Yes, I've actually played Leviticity.
I've talked to one of the members online.
Which one would that be? Matt Smith?
Oh, I can't remember names anymore. It's been a while. But Leviticity is awesome.
Yeah, I had a brief stint with them on live stuff. Where I was doing shows and everything like that. They need a fill-in guitarist, and I'd learn their songs from Mike Smith, who was a bass player on the second album, and went out. And my third show was in front of like 4,000 people, which scared the shit out of me at 19.
Wow.
That shit goes, God, first time on TV.
I don't think I couldn't do TV.
Yeah, for those who don't know,
I don't think there was TV back then.
I don't think there's TV when Jim was born, actually.
There probably wasn't. But I don't know.
For those of you who don't know, Jim does like local horror stuff on TV. It's awesome. He plays a biker Jim.
Right on.
It's a lot more interesting than it sounds.
Oh yeah, no, it's you've seen it, huh?
Yeah, yes, I have, and it is entertaining.
It is incredibly entertaining. It's low budget kind of. It reminds me of the Gore movies, but less gore.
I mean, one of the running gags.
You say Gore movies or Gore movies?
Gore, the band.
Gore, like the band. Yeah. Like
we all love Gore.
And Wonderland.
Yeah. Skullhead Face.
That shit ruled.
What is that running? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the running gags is I keep killing myself so I could go to hell and try to take over And the devil keeps getting pissed off at me and turning me back alive.
That's
one
a
of my
perfect
favorite
scenario, actually.
one of my favorite quotes is Satan saying, "Don't be like Jim kids." Also, the Leviticity. So I tend to to be a little bit annoyed when people talk about Cookie Monster vocals or talk about how metal is funny or whatever.
Oh yeah,
But
dude, man, I know people in cricket vocals, man.
But there's a live
like
recording.
cemetery rapists, man.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute because yes, I actually know people who knew that guy. But there's a live recording I have of Leviticity because I tracked down everything they did because I'm a completist, as Justin knows. And there's this one.
Man.
This song isn't about Satan. It's about pussy.
I know
Yeah.
what it's about, man. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, the way he said, I have to laugh at it. So,
Hey man, they still run up shirts like that too, man. When you go to their shows, they still have those shirts, man.
They were promoting it. So
yeah,
I will ask a couple of questions about Carpathian Funeral, but I'm sure most of it'll just be stories and random chat.
Oh yeah. Well, I have a number of stories I was going to tell about other bands and situations and that type of stuff. Just to let it's like there's a lot of people out there that think this is just we just play metal and we go to shows and we play shows and that's it. No, there's so much, man, background bullshit and drama and fucking you wouldn't believe it. And you have to be a fucking thick-skinned motherfucker to play this stuff, man. For real.
Before we begin with the what my girlfriend calls the gossip.
Okay.
So Carpathian Funeral? I have the End of God.
Yep.
Are you working on anything new?
Yes, we have a we did that album, then we did an EP, and then it was called Bestial Hate, and then we have this new album, like full-fledged 10-song album. It's called Sworn to Blasphemy.
Nice.
Yeah, I have the album art made and all that stuff, man. We're just working on all our stuff to make it tight, to get it into the studio and make our way from there, man. Then of course, now there's certain things that you guys don't know. Okay, when you make an album as a death metal band and everything like that, yes, we do have a label, but because you got that album done, like say by February 2023, it won't come out till like maybe July.
Really?
Yeah, no kidding.
Huh.
And it's like that. They take the recording and all that stuff. I already bought the art for it, for all the CD and all that stuff, man. I did it myself. And the record company reimburses me for that. They reimburse me for the recording, which I'm going to tell you honestly, man, this whole recording, because I am very efficient, if you want to call it that. Like I heard like Guns N' Roses spent like $250,000 on recording.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm doing the whole deal for like $2,300.
Nice.
And it's gonna be just as good as their fucking piece of shit,
Right.
Chinese democracy, fuck all that.
Man,
it's why I always liked hardcore punk rock music, because like Megadeth was talking about talking about doing an album for $20,000 and how hard that is or whatever, and that is a little especially in the early era of tape. But then you have like Black Flag doing an album for like $1,000 or something like that. I guess it helps if you know the producer, but still, it's.
The only way I'd pay more for Black Flag, man, is fucking if one dude got into it, Henry fucking Rollins. Now, if he fucking did that goddamn shit, because I'm a big fan of old Black Flag, but I really like the Henry Rollins era.
I do too,
like
personally.
That, I really do. I think he's great. I don't think so much of his solo stuff.
No.
You know?
No.
And his speeches at what happened at like U of I and all that. Yeah, fuck all that bullshit. You know, you want to hear a political speech, man? Well, yeah, we can find some other dumbasses to do that crap. You know?
I actually like the stuff before Rollins. I mean, I like the Rollins stuff, but I really love
like the old stuff, man. But the live album, Who's Got the 10.5?
Yeah.
Now you know what 10.5 means, man. That's dick size. You know what I mean? That type of shit. You know, I thought that was funny as hell. I thought that was so funny. You know that they came up with that. You know, but I do enjoy the old Black Flag, and I heard I was a big skater. And Mike Vallely,
Yep.
he was doing vocals for Black Flag. I think it's bad fucking ass, man. You ever seen that guy? You ever seen that guy on that goddamn YouTube video? Where, oh man, 4 or 5 guys fucking try to punk him out when he's skating, man. He beats the shit out of all of them, man. It's fucking wicked, man.
That's
fucking
funny.
wicked, and it's really him. You know, like holy God, what the hell, man? That guy's possessed by Satan, dude. Wow.
Mike's been involved in music. Mike's been involved in music for quite a bit, actually. He's been Mike via the Rats, and he did a band called with Greg Ginn called "Good for You," which is actually really good.
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm sort of the resident music nerd here.
Oh, well, you just met another one, pal.
Like, I did an interview with King from Deceased, and we've talked since on, like, he does a show on Gimme Metal or whatever.
Like, who from Deceased?
King.
Oh, King Foley. I got you.
He's funny.
I
love the guy.
Man, he's more of a storyteller than I am, man. But I'm pretty good at it. But that guy, wow.
I love King.
You have to check out the. I sent you the link to the video of the interview they did with him. It was one of the.
Yeah, I got pictures on my phone, man, with him.
That was one of the best interviews I've ever read. I'd love to meet him.
He just came off a tour. He just came off a tour like about a couple days ago, actually. You know, he hit Chicago, Wisconsin, I think Milwaukee or Madison or something like that. You know,
and
he came back around.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm all the way in California, so I didn't see it.
No, that's all good.
But somebody did upload. He played at the St. Vitus Bar in New York.
Turn these up.
What?
On. We're having technical difficulties.
He played at
there we go. Much better.
There you go.
Okay, now we got it.
He played at the St. Vitus Bar in New York, and they filmed it, and so I got to see it. So I want to see Deceased live, really, you know, because they're awesome band. And he gave me a copy of his book because I'm blind, so I need to. And he's like, "Oh, I can send you a PDF," and he did. And I wish I had read his book before I did the interview.
That's badass.
But he's such an awesome guy. He makes you feel like you've known him for 20 years.
I know, man. He brought out I think his second album, man, The Luck of the Corpse. Man. That shit ruled, dude.
So good.
Yep, absolutely, man. And then I was friends with the guy from Gorephobia, you know, and
I love Gorephobia.
He passed away, a couple years ago. I got a picture with him, about a year before he passed away and on like that, man. But it's so sad, man, when this happens. It really is so sad, I meet so many good people, man, and they have such good lives, man.
I got a couple pictures of me in my 2 Deceased shirts that I'd send, but it'd be annoying. But anyway, so I have a couple pictures of me in my Deceased shirts just hanging out.
Show him.
Yep,
I think
Mr. King Foley. Hell yeah, man, that's awesome.
He's such a great guy, and we did his because I love heavy metal as much as I love Black and Death and thrash and shit. So
right.
He does his
horror movies and everything else.
Horror movies.
So he did a show. He did a show on Gimme Metal. It was his Halloween special, and it was all heavy metal. And me and him were just talking in the chat about obscure music facts. It was so. Justin,
Yes.
We all have stories about bands and partying. Tell me the story about the time you almost fought someone that I might have actually seen live, but I don't remember.
Why
that
would you
was,
see them live, you piece of shit?
They're first off, let's talk. I was 14 years old, and they were on a festival. You don't really have a choice.
So this is 2000. I want to say 2008, 2009. I'm at a bar in downtown Denver, and I'm trying to order a drink. This guy cuts in front of me and starts trying to order a drink in front of me. So I'm like, "Hey man, I'm trying to order a drink." He starts mouthing off. I'm like, "No, fuck you! I'm trying to order a drink." So he shoves me. So I punch him. So we start punching each other a little bit. I grab him by the neck. Next thing you know, a fucking whole posse and a crew is breaking us up. Like, I'm talking like 10, 15 people are breaking us up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who breaks up a fight in a bar?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out, and a buddy of mine has a video of the tail end of it when it's getting all broken apart. It turns out it's fucking Ivan from Five Finger Death Punch, the little pussy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
No way.
this little fucking 5'2" little piece of shit's trying to battle my 6'1" ass. I'm like, I'll fuck you up.
You should have killed him.
I always call him Five Finger, fruit punch.
He said he was retiring from metal, and now he's saying he's not metal within quotes, of course.
You can't, man. If you're a metalhead, you can't fucking not retire. You live this life, or you fuck off. That's it.
Exactly, man. Look at Jim. He's about 96 years old. Actually, that's not true.
Well, I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you a story, man. At 15 years old, right here, in this same town, 15 years old, I went and seen Metallica. The opening band was Armored Saint, and that's with John and everything like that, man.
That's my biggest influence in singing is John Bush from Armored
Saint.
Saint.
I'm going to tell you some, inside fucking shit, man.
Right.
I was a huge skateboarder. I was into metal, I was into punk, but I was bigger in skateboarding. I was skateboarding out of the Decatur Civic Center, and this guy came up, man. I was skating with my buddy James Holcomb, and this other guy came along. Hey, he didn't actually say anything because we normally don't say anything. Skaters always say, some other guy comes up, man. He's doing fucking like 50-50s on the fucking curbs and shit like that,
Yeah.
And all that stuff, man. You know who that fucking guy was?
Who?
James Hetfield.
Nice.
James fucking Hetfield. He told us his name was James, and we caught all that, and we just kept skating and stuff like that. And he goes, I gotta go. And we thought nothing of it, he's gotta go. Okay,
Yeah.
no problems. We kept skating and everything like that. We get into the fucking show, and the opening the opening band was like Black Oak, Ozark or Ozark, whatever. I don't know who the fuck they were.
Black Oak.
Yeah, that band. Then it was Armored Saint. Then it was Metallica. And then Metallica came out, and I looked at James, my James Holcomb, and I go, was that the guy I was skating with? He goes, yeah, it totally was. That was James fucking Hetfield from Metallica fucking doing that. And you remember they had those Metallica boards?
Yeah.
Remember they had the, they had the Danzig board, well, they call it Sam Hain and all that stuff, back in the day.
Those are my favorite bands.
Yeah, man. And he seen me, man, and fucking, I was in the second row, and he goes, here, hand this to this guy. And dude, I'm like 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's a full beer. He passed it down to the security guard. The security guard gave it to me. I'm 15 years old drinking a goddamn beer from fucking James fucking Hetfield, man.
Nice.
Sitting there fucking slamming this goddamn thing. Now, the second part about this concert, man, Cliff Burton was there too.
Oh, shit.
Doing the thing, because it was Master of Puppets shirt. And he did the whole bass solo and shit like that, man. And then after the solo, man, there's like 4 cups sitting on the balcony of the drum set. And you know what he did? He kept grabbing one, throwing it out, grab one, throwing it out, just trying to get the crowd up order, man. The second one, man, guess where it landed? Right in front of my chest. So I got a beer fucking thrown at me from the legend of Cliff Burton. Got to skate with fucking James Hetfield out of this fucking place.
Nice.
Do you know why my life is so fucking complete right now?
Unfortunately, this isn't my story, but I can't get the guy on here. Maybe we might get him on here for later, for another show.
I got a guy who can back up this shit, man.
But there was a guy named Justin, I've been friends with for about 14 years now. He's I think he's much older than me. He was born, but we met on online because he would share.
Oh, tons.
It's a couple hours.
Cool.
He would share music and shit. Anyway, he told a story about when he met Lemmy. He was like 12 or 13, and Motorhead was.
I've never met Lemmy.
So Motorhead was doing a thing in Tower Records in Los Angeles in 81 or 82, and
right.
they were just sitting there drinking Heinekens. So this 13-year-old comes up and asks, "Hey, can I have one of your empties to sign?" And Lemmy goes, "Oh, why would you want an empty? Get a full one." So he does,
right.
and this 13-year-old chugs a beer within like 5 seconds. So Lemmy gave him a beer.
That's
A 13-year-old.
Awesome.
Especially against Jack Daniels.
Right. Or some speed.
See, back in the day,
Or speed, yeah.
Back in the day, what, Jim?
Yeah, back in the day, I was in college at the time, still underage. Not as young as that. I was like 19, 20. We went to see Cannibal Corpse, Anthrax, and Misfits. And we were hanging out with Cannibal Corpse after their set.
A Cannibal Corpse tour?
Yeah. Anyway,
I must have missed that one.
You were hanging out with Cannibal Corpse?
I have hung out with Cannibal Corpse. I'll tell you some stories.
No. So
Anyway,
what happened, Jim? You were hanging out with Cannibal
I was
Corpse.
hanging out with Cannibal Corpse. We went back to their trailer, got hammered there. They fed us beer. I'm still underage at the time, semi-inexperienced. I puke all over myself, and George Corpse Grinder's just like, "Hey, dude, you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with vomiting the soul."
The Vomit the Soul. I love that song too.
Well, they just raised a toast at me and told me to go out, hose myself off, get another beer. I still got the ticket signed by everyone.
Awesome. Yeah,
just a short story. My daughter, I took her down to Pops in St. Louis, and I'm a big mosh freak too, as being in a metal band or like that, man. And me and my buddy threw her up on the stage at Cannibal Corpse.
nice.
And she was scared to dive off. George Chris, what
Corpse Grinder.
yeah, Corpse Grinder grabs her and says, right in front of the audience, "You can't be up here," and throws her back in the crowd. No shit, happened at Pops, man. Anyway, okay, I'm done with that story.
Nice. Unfortunately, I've never tried to fight any established bands. I did know a trick for getting in if you're like a 21 and up show, if you're underage, and that's you grab an extension cord or something and you like walk in with the band like you're supposed to be there, and the band knows that you're not, but they're okay, whatever, and everyone, are you with the band? Oh yeah, I have an extension cord. See.
I had incredibly good luck with this at God damn it, up in Reggie's Rock Club.
Yeah.
Where I park at, and then I walk around the back, and then this is at loading time. So when I see like 4 or 5 guys walking in, I'll walk in behind them, and they'll be like, "How many bracelets you need?" And they'll say like 4 or 5, and I'll walk in behind them, and they're like, "Well, we don't have a bracelet for you." I go, "What the fuck? And that's a goddamn joke. It's a goddamn joke. I'm the goddamn drummer. Put the goddamn fucking bracelet on me. God damn it!" And they would put the bracelet on me every fucking time.
Nice. Yeah, just act like you belong.
Exactly. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah. Always continue faking.
Yep. Fake it till you make it, pal.
And Justin, I hear you tried to fight a very shitty retro thrash band. Havoc.
Oh, Havoc?
Havoc. One of the worst thrash bands I've ever heard.
Yeah, that was down at Food Bar. They had all green glow guitars and all that shit, and all that shit, man. And they just came up like cocksmokers. They didn't give a fuck about their fans. They just, they acted like fucking total devious. I didn't appreciate that, and, I would love them to try that with me, it's like, I've been here before them and all that shit, and they just really came off like, cocksmokers, just, like really bad, like we owed them to be there. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know the scene, man. If you start treating people like shit, yeah, you're gonna get fucked like shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, you just can't do that, man. Our band's never been that way, man. We were so supportive, man. One time we had, hold on, it's a little too echoey.
Is it?
Yes, it's very echoey.
He says it's very echoey.
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
echoey, but
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
that's better.
I mean, we're so dedicated. We had an incident where our brother Mark, our lead singer, during shows, and I encourage him to do this, is to jump off the stage and mosh with the crowd.
Yeah.
While he's still on vocals and everything like that, we have wireless mics and all that shit, and he can do that, and I think it was like the third or fourth show that we did on this tour, and this guy came up, and guess what? His arm was fucking broken, and and I'm like, Mark, I'm the leader of the band. They're like, Mark, did you do that? He goes, fuck, I don't know. I go, well, we have to get this guy. We have to get it. I mean, like, go help this guy, And we searched out, man, found him at the corner bar, in the same venue and everything like that, man. I go, I heard, we heard what happened. It's like, do you need medical attention? And the guy pulls his arm up, and it's like broke, like right here. And I'm like, I have a car outside. We need to get you to a hospital, Carpathian Funeral took this guy to the fucking hospital, man. Now, I don't know if it was Mark's fault or somebody else's fault, but we're so concerned about our fans. Yes, we're going to take you to the fucking hospital, man. That's fucking too fucking wicked of a fucking wound, man. We can't let you go like that. You're out there moshing, and everything like that, and then fucking you get a broken bone, man. Dude, now we didn't pay for the hospital bill, but we'll get you to the fucking hospital,
I remember,
that's how much we care. We do care. We care, man. That type of thing, So that's
one of my friends.
Anyway, so fuck Havoc, and they ain't giving a shit about their crap.
So
Havoc, yeah.
Oh man, I tried to fight that band.
Man.
I tried so hard. They were giving shit to my bassist because he used to be friends with them, and they had a problem, and so they were giving shit to him at their show. So I went up and I shoved every single one of them right in the chest. I'm like, "Come fight me, motherfuckers!" They've
been feeling the downfall. Because I've been watching them and everything like that. They've been feeling the downfall. Their popularity has gone down fucking hill. And shit like
that's where.
And you know why? There's the same situations that I experienced and you experienced as a fucking band. Man, you fucking sober, man. We're after you.
Right.
We're after you. Yep.
Yeah, you need to treat people. I'll tell you a story. My friend, it was a brutal death metal band, around here, and a guy broke, I think, 2 or
Where
3
you at?
ribs.
Where you at? California?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? All right.
And a guy broke like 2 or 3 ribs, and they were saying stop the show, and the guy goes, "Wait till it's over."
Wait till it's over?
Yeah, he wouldn't let. Yeah, he wouldn't let him move until the show was over. He's like, "Fuck you! I want to see the." And I'll tell you. So I heard a story about Slayer in the '80s, where they did a show.
Tons of stories, brother. Aragon Brawl Room. Not the ballroom, the brawl room.
They did a show, and then they were just hanging out later after the show, and this guy comes up, and he's like all fucked up, like he's got broken bones, he's got twisted bones. You guys broke my leg and 3 ribs. Awesome! This is the best show of my life. But when I saw Slayer in 2009, I was sitting in the VIP section. It's hard to mosh if you're blind. Let's put it that way, especially in a big show. That's like, like a club that could be done. But so I was sitting in the VIP section, and a guy in front of me broke his, I think his arm or something like that. It was awesome.
Well, this is on the Exodus Venom Slayer tour.
Oh, nice.
This is probably 84 or something like that. The Aragon. Well, it's called the Aragon Ballroom, but we call it the Brawl Room because I was living in Chicago at the time and things like that. That was a pretty brutal ass show, as you can imagine. Exodus, doing Bonded by Blood,
with
Venom doing black metal, Slayer doing Hell Awaits. All that stuff, man. But it was like I think it was like 2 years later, man. They booked Overkill, and their Slayer was the headliner, Overkill, and then Sacrifice, if you remember them.
Nice. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we were up on top. That's where we had the balcony and everything like that. But there was 3 during Slayer. I mean, everything went off without a hitch, but during Slayer, there was 3 mosh pits. There was a huge one, then it looked like Mickey Mouse ears in a mosh pit. You know what I'm talking about? The big circle in the middle,
and then
little small circle off the right, little small circle off the left, and they were going at and stuff like that, man. And then this is the reason why there's a problem, man. Everybody decided from the balcony to throw their folding chairs, or those gray folding chairs from back days, over the fucking railings onto the fucking crowd.
Nice.
Just fucking throw those motherfuckers, man. There's not a seat left in the balcony and shit like that. Was that a part of it? I'm not going to say on this radio show, but yes. And I might threw 1 or more chairs, I thought it was fun at the time. I was only 18 years old, so I thought that was a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea now. Here I am.
It's still funny though.
At 50, I don't think it's a good idea. I wouldn't want to get hit by a fucking folding chair, from a balcony. But back in the day, I was throwing fucking those goddamn folding chairs off that motherfucker. And man, it actually helped the show on its intensity, but it also fucked up the show because the cops showed up. Ambulance just showed up and shit like that, man.
I wouldn't throw a folding chair on people, but I might throw one on Jim.
Oh, I got another story about folding chair.
Although there was the time with a grindcore singer. I think you've seen this video, Justin. where the Power Violence band, all the I guess the drummer kept fucking up, and the guy takes off his guitar and hits him.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Are you guys familiar with ECW wrestling?
I'm not.
Extreme
I
wrestling.
Oh yeah, I know what it is.
From Chicago, Billy Corgan, who's also in the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
He's trying to get into extreme wrestling. ECW was a big part of my life. You know, with Tommy Dreamer, you know, Rob Van Dam and all that stuff, you know, Dudley Boys and all that stuff, man. Well, it's like I was promoter for them back in, I think it's like 99, maybe 2000, 2001.
That was when they were on like TNN, right?
Yeah, I was on TNN. Exactly. I
So
got all those things recorded too on VHS at my house.
The reason I know that, I was just a little kid back then, and I
Right.
love all things racing. And
Right.
Monster Trucks was on Friday night, and then after that it was ECW.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. But
I remember
they came down, and I'm going to be, you know, totally honest, and we can cuss, be honest on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well, ECW booked a show in Decatur, Illinois, at the Civic Center, and then they had their show that's being publicized, you know, with cameras and everything like that in Peoria, Illinois. And when I was down here in Decatur, I was also called a street rep. So I hand out the flyers and all that shit, but I get to meet Tommy Dreamer and Rob Van Dam and Taz and all that shit, you know, and became good friends, man. We went over to the Best Western, which is Aldi now, or wherever the fuck it is. They tore it down, you know.
Yeah.
And man, dude, I walked in that fucking hotel room, and there was a mountain of cocaine, like a mountain of cocaine, and all of us are fucking hitting that, whiskey all around, beers all around, everything like that. They gave me these passes, man, to come up and do street flyer for Peoria. And he goes, grab whoever the fuck you want. So I grabbed two more of my friends, man, to pass out flyers and everything like that, man. And then Tommy Dreamer came up to me. He goes, Billy Corrigan is doing a special guest tonight. And I go, okay. I go. So what's about it, man? He goes, I'm going to put you in the corner of this, where pedestrians, for people sit and all that stuff, man. I want you to hit him with the fucking chair you got before he hits the ring. And he goes, there will be no repercussions. A fake security will come out and take you away, but when you get backstage, you're let go.
Okay.
I'm like, thinking about it. All right, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
So dance show and all that stuff, man. You know, I showed up there with, you know, set up the ring and everything like that, you know, and you know, I didn't met Billy, man, at all. You know, I'm not a fan of Smashing Pumpkins or anything like that.
I was gonna say, I'd love to hit him with a chair.
Like, you know, I am a vampire, blah 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 blah. You know that song and all that shit, man. So they set me up on the corner. Like right at the the fan gate. You know, before he gets into the ring and shit like that, man. And it's on TNN. You can go back. You can go back and look at the footage from TNN and all that stuff, man. And you'll see this bald guy, me, you know, all that stuff, man. It's like you'll see Billy Corgan running out and shit like that, man, during a certain match, you know, that, you know, we all program and shit like that. And I fucking pick up my chair and crack him on the fucking head, man, with the fucking chair before he even gets in the ring. And he fucking falls down, man. Can't get into the fucking ring. And I jump over the railing, man, and pick up the chair again. And before I can fucking throw it, man, two security guards fucking grab my fucking two arms and drag me all the way fucking back to the goddamn fucking thing, man. And I'm like fighting, like, fuck you, blah, 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 and all this other shit. We get back into past the fucking, like, you know, the capes and shit like that, man, they have for the arena and shit like that. And they're like, okay, you're ready to go. And I'm like, I gotta see what the hell's going on, you know. And so they actually, you know, he actually got in the ring, man, and battled, you know, fucking, you know, Mike and everybody like that, and RVD. Well, there's a bunch more. It wasn't Taz, you know. It's like, it was Steve Corino and all that stuff, man. They had a big match and shit like that, man. But, you know, I didn't have no charges. It was all set up, man. It was all
I would
fake,
love,
man.
personally, personally, I would love to hit Billy Corgan with a chair many, many times, but
I too. My divorced wife, her favorite band was Smashing Pumpkins, and I used to, when she got drunk and I was taking care of the kids, I'd hear her down on the second, or not the second floor, to the first floor, Smashing fucking Pumpkins. Fuck off, man. Fuck off, man. Yeah, no. I actually grown liking to them now because me and my wife, of that years, my kids, man, have been divorced for 13 years, 14 years, or something like that, But I think he's a fake ass bitch. I mean, for wrestling, I mean, for real. I'm glad I hit him in the fucking head. I'm glad they put me up to it, but it was actually the idea of Billy Corgan to have me do that, though.
So you come from Illinois. Have you ever heard of Bloody F Mess?
No.
Oh, he's a punk from Illinois. Bloody Mess and the Scabs, and he's something.
I heard the Scabs.
Yeah,
I don't think I heard Bloody Mess though.
Oh, Bloody! He's alive. I was just wondering because he's some sort of
G.G. Allen. G.G. Allen used to play around here a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he and Bloody Mess were friends.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I used to talk to Bloody.
What's the new G.G. Allen outfit?
What?
What's the new G.G. Allen outfit? With the same guy that has a Hitler mustache and all that stuff.
Yeah. Merle Allen.
Yeah,
His
Merle
brother.
Allen.
His
Yeah, there
brother.
you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he comes around here a lot too.
He's an interesting. That whole family is just kind of insane. Like
I'm just going to call it batshit crazy.
Yeah, but actually they were pretty smart if you actually got to listen to them.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I mean, it's the way it is, man.
So most of what I know about wrestling comes from a guy named Mike Edison, who was also G.G. Allen's friend. He did some wrestling promotion and stuff. I was never really. I don't know if Jim or Justin are into wrestling or whatever.
I did the Hearts and the Eckerts and all that shit, man. I got friendly with them. But I enjoy old school wrestling. I don't really even know anything about the new WWE, man.
The only thing I know is that Chris Jericho's in a shitty band.
Oh yeah, Fozzy.
Fozzy sucks.
Yeah, they do.
This is the official Swine Brothers opinion.
Ethan Allen, man, from fucking Minor Threat, man. They started a new band too and all that shit.
Oh really? Oh yeah. Well yeah.
I love Minor Threat, man. Minor Threat, was
I love Minor Threat.
Yeah, that's great.
I get high and listen to Minor Threat just to be a dick.
You speak my language.
I love one of my favorite bands is TSOL.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Jack was a fuckhead.
I know, man, but they were so fucking killer, man. They were ahead of their time. It's like I've been way in punk rock for a long time. That's how I got my start.
So I was born in California, and people, when they saw my exploits, they were like, "Oh wow, that's what Jack Grisham did 30 years ago."
Right.
And it's funny because I got in touch with Jack Grisham a couple of years ago, and basically he had to become a new age hippie. It was either that or die.
Well,
because he was so.
One of the bands that came from punk rock band turned about. Well, there's actually two: Suicidal Tendencies and DRI.
Yeah, I saw DRI live a couple of years ago.
Did you, man? Same lead singer and everything like that, man. They're so good. I actually got pictures of with him in there and something like that. But Suicidal and everything like that. Over the past 10 years or whatever, I haven't really listened to them, man. I just listen to the old song because that's all they're going to fucking play live anyway.
So I used to hate Suicidal Tendencies just because of Institutionalized. Because
what? That was like their best album.
No. The album is great. I don't like that song though, and the reason is just mommy, give me a Pepsi. Get your own Pepsi. You're a punk. Get off your ass and get your own.
She's trying to fucking put you in a.
I know.
You know, like what the fuck, you know.
But Justin mentioned before we went on air. It's so funny that they still play that song live. You know, obviously but
you know what?
The punk gang.
Last time I seen them, they didn't play it live. They never played it. No, it was down Full Turner Soul. You know, they had a headliner and everything like that. Never played it institutionalized. Really? Never played it, man. No shit. So
I don't know if you know much about LA, but they had a lot of punk rock gangs in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And the punk rock gangs, other than the Suicidals, they hated Suicidal. They used to call them the Pepsi generation.
I can understand that. We have that shit in Chicago too. You know, Big
Black, one of my favorite bands, is from Chicago. The Effigies, Articles of Faith, Strike Under.
November's Doom.
Where the hell does this guy come from, man? He's so fucking badass, man. Everything. He's so badass.
He knows everything. I've been into metal for 20 years, and he's teaching me shit I've never heard of.
Dude, I'm like a fucking encyclopedia of metal, dude. You know, and punk and shit like that. This guy knows his shit, man.
He does.
For real.
That Strike Under EP is so underrated.
Yep. You like Bad Brains and all that shit.
Bad Brains,
Dead Candies, you know.
Yep. In Chicago, there's.
Hey! I got one for you. Gorilla Biscuits.
Yes, Gorilla Biscuits.
He showed me them.
Mm-hmm.
NYC Mayhem.
Badass. Yeah, there's a lot of NYC punk, man. A lot of them out there, you know, from Cro-Mags, you know, to God damn it, what the hell they call them?
Sick of It All, Agnostic Front.
Sick of It All, Agnostic Front. Yeah, there you go, man. I was a big fan of Agnostic Front, man. Really love it.
If you ever want. Justin knows how big of an AF fan I am. If you want fun, Sick of It All released a book, and they did an audio version recorded by the brothers. And the last chapter, which is only about 3 minutes, takes 90 minutes because they start telling stories that didn't make the book.
Hey, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much. I told you the show was going to go off the rails.
Hey, man, I'm glad for it, man.
Yep.
I have other things to talk about in the metal community and all that stuff, man. If you're a band,
so
low pay is a big one. It's a low pay type shit, man. You'll get guaranteed $200.
Jeez.
And you go to the show, you play the show, and then the promoter says, "Well, the crowd wasn't big enough, so you have $200. Here's 50."
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like that, man. It's like that.
Yep.
But there's the opposite side, where they promise us $500. The promoter brings us over $1,500.
Right.
We did good tonight. So it's yin and yang.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's yin and yang. You know what? I'm going to tell you fucking straight up, man. You know, yeah, we're on some labels, but we're not a major label or anything like that, you know. And I know these other guys are getting screwed that way.
Yep.
Or forward towards that way, you know. That type of shit.
The other thing is, you know, when I was talking to King from Deceased and we were talking about, you know, wanting to be a rock star, and you know, death metal is even at the biggest, death metal is still a really small. I mean, even Morbid Angel only sold like 1 million, 2 million albums or whatever.
Yep.
So why would you want to alienate all your, you know, friends and fans by trying to act like you're some big rock star?
Right.
And you know, we were just talking. I mean, I've always believed in, you know, wanting to, you know, treat people, you know, bright, basically.
Now, there's me and other bands that have called out these promoters.
Yeah.
And some of these composers, or what they call them, man. I call them drug dealers.
You're echoing quite a bit there.
You know, they go out of business because of our truth. You know.
You either get the promoter out of business or you get blacklisted because
Exactly.
now you're a
Exactly.
troublemaker.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's people out there, man. When I started, where they're not around anymore. Yeah, and there's good reason why they're not around anymore. And we don't need these motherfuckers around anymore. You know, for real.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta watch out
But
this
What do
echo.
you, what do you,
I don't
what do
know
you mean?
what's causing it.
You know, metal is honest as
what's that,
possible.
Jim?
I'm still picking up the echo.
Yeah, you're echoing again.
Yeah, hit the echo, bro.
That better?
I'm gonna
Is that
kill
better?
that echo.
Is
What?
that better?
That's better.
The gain
All
on my
right,
mic.
cool, man.
The gain
Yeah,
on my mic
I
is
can
going
run,
up.
I can run through this again, man. But
It's all good. Yeah, but so I remember when you were talking about like a 3-prong mosh pit. I remember when I saw it was Disgorge, Broken Hope, and Deicide. Interestingly,
Yep.
the drummer of Disgorge is now the singer of Suffocation, and the singer of Disgorge is also in Cephalotropsy. Anyway, and I remember Deicide. There was literally a 2-floor mosh pit.
yes,
The
yes.
thing it would you know.
I've seen that at the Forge over in Joliet.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that before. You know, and the one big thing, man, is that you guys maybe not know. I'm also a promoter too. You know, and you know, I have my birthday bashes and all that
Cool.
shit. You know, and Murder City Promotions. You know, up in Chicago, and there's like that, man. The one that catches everybody off guard is they show up. They ain't unloaded their gear yet, man. I've already paid. I give them like $300, $400, $500,000 or whatever, man, because they showed up. I know they're going to play, you know, and all that stuff, man. And most promoters don't give out payments until the show's done.
Yep.
You know, and all that shit. No, I come prepared. I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm giving you $1,000, man, to fucking play. Your whole band shows up with fucking equipment, man. There's nothing for me to worry about. I don't need to worry about you not playing a show. Here's the fucking grand. Let's go.
Yep. Well,
You know?
Yeah, I've done a couple backyard shows, and we always made sure to promote, or we always made sure to pay the bands. Just even though some of them wouldn't actually take the money because it was, they were friends of mine. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Let these guys take the money, man, and don't feel bad about it. And there's like that, man, because all these guys, man, I can show up my shit. You know, I know them, and there's like that from Facebook or meeting face to face or whatever, man. If they bring all their gear and they show up to the club that I told them to fucking play at and shit like that, man, they're fucking serious. That's why they're here.
Yep.
So why fuck around and have them dick around for like 2 or 3 hours? Just give them the fucking money right up front from fucking showing up to the door. You know, I mean, that's the way I.
So Jim's from Pittsburgh, and I was going to ask you guys if you know any, good Pittsburgh bands, because there's a lot of them.
Yep.
Rotrevor, Dream Death, Circle of Dead Children, Derketa.
Dream Death, man. I hadn't heard that name forever, man.
Oh, I love Dream. So I'll tell you a story.
I do too.
My friend.
I heard live forever though.
My friend from a band called Social Overload, who I met when they played with Anvil, actually.
Like Immortal Decay and all that shit,
So this guy from Social Overload, which was a local speed metal band, he kept telling me how great Dream Death was. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I put them on my long list. Anyway, a month later, I was at a record store and I found that album for $1 on tape. I put it on and it blew my mind, man.
Oh shit, that's fucking badass. That's badass.
Other bands, Migus, I don't know how you pronounce them, but they're
Miguel.
Yeah, Algonquin War Metal.
Yeah.
Circle of Dead Children, of course.
Yeah, I love them.
They were my first.
They put on some fucking brutal ass fucking shows, man.
They were my first, yeah.
It's like us, man. I know you guys heard the album, from us, man. When you see us live, man, it's like 10 times, man. For
I'd
real,
love
man.
to see you live, but
Yeah.
10
Uh,
fucking times, man.
Yeah.
We're fucking nuts,
You'll
man.
have to
You
let me know when you have shows.
know? For real, man.
'Cause I'm
For
definitely
real.
gonna be going to the shows, and let me know when the new album's out because I definitely need that.
yeah,
We're still working on that shit, man. But man, dude, I swear, man, this fucking album. We'll play the old songs, you know, that were popular, blah 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 blah. But man, this new album just fucking rips, man.
I
It
bet.
rips, man. You know?
Circle of Dead Children. So I had heard like Cannibal Corpse and stuff, but I never really
Yep.
heard like Brutal Death or Grind. My sister found Circle of Dead Children. She just thought the vocals were funny, right? But I was like, this is like the next step beyond death metal. I was like this 12,
Dude, they're
13-year-old.
badass, man.
Yeah,
They're
they are.
fucking badass, man. For
I was like
real.
this 13-year-old kid jumping up and down, going, "Oh my god!"
There's a thing. There's a fucking thing, man. You know, I'm older than you guys, and there's like that, man. Where we had, here, let me adjust my mic. Where we had Incantation, their first album.
Oh,
Their first album. I love that album.
it is so
And
awesome.
Then I kept asking, well, when's the second album? No, those guys went off to college.
Yeah,
Got a degree and all that stuff, you know.
I
and
wonder
all
why
that
it
stuff.
took them 4 years.
Yeah, it took them a long time, you know. It took them a long time for them to release their second album and so like that, you know. And then I got to actually ask them at a show, you know, and said, we did that for fun. We didn't think nothing about it. And I was like, what? Didn't think nothing about it. Uh, you should make a goddamn career out of that shit, man. How's your schooling going? You know? And
Yeah.
they're like, well, we can't even find a goddamn grocery store fucking job. I'm like, so what are you doing? You know? And it was like a year after, man. Incantation. Oh, not Incantation.
Yeah.
Emulation came back. Emulation came back. You know, I had a big press footage and all that shit, man. And they were slow at start, man. And I was still friends with those guys and everything like that, man. And I was like, keep fucking hammering it, man. And make some fucking shit, man. I swear to God, this fucking album they just fucking put up, you know, with fucking Alex and all those guys, man. Dude, it's one of the best albums I ever fucking heard in my life. They have made a goddamn career about this goddamn shit, you know? And that's my goal, you know. When it becomes, you know, it comes from a hobby, you know, and we have to spend a lot of money on that fucking hobby. You know, these tours and shit like that doesn't come from promoters and shit. We had to put it in there, man. You know, I spent, you know, thousands of fucking dollars and shit, man, to get ahead and everything like that. You have to do that, and then when record label, you know, big record label comes on, you know, and pays for all your shit, then you go off on tour. That's what they're gonna put you on. They're not gonna put you on a record. They're gonna put you on tour first.
Yep.
They're gonna put you on tour first, and
That's what we're all hoping for.
see how you do. Now you have certain attendees and all that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Then they'll bring you back, man. It's like, okay, now we're wanting to listen to your new music, and you have to play it for them, and there's like that, you know. And then they'll support you in, and then this is the fucked up part. This is pretty much a loan. It's a loan, okay?
Yep.
We'll give you $50,000 to release this new album. That goes towards your equipment. That means guitars, amps, drums, cymbals,
Right.
you know, vocal mic, everything. And we'll put $50,000 towards that. We'll put $50,000 towards, you know, all that shit, and then recording, and then that $50,000 also goes between recording and producing the CDs. And
Pay it all back too.
you have to pay it all back.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You have to pay that all shit back. There's so many fucking new bands out there that don't know this. They think, oh, we got 50 grand, we can fucking spend it, and we're gonna buy cars, and we're gonna buy our house. No,
And that's
not
why
the way it is. It's a business venture. So, we got all that shit down. And we're already up at like $32,000. So we got another $8,000 to go. That type of shit, man. You know what the $8,000 should go on? Touring merchandise, because that's the only fucking way you're gonna make your fucking money back, man. That's fucking it, dude.
and that's why so many bands end up owing
I'm
massive
here, man.
amounts.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, man, to tell you the honest truth
Well,
about it takes, man. Because I've been there, And guess what? You know what my fucking debt is? Go ahead and tell them.
He's showing a zero sign.
but that's why a lot of bands end up owing a shitload of money to the record labels, or they wind up basically in slave contracts with the record labels. Yep.
Because I've been smarter about that. I am the leader of Carpathian Funeral and everything like that. I write the songs. Mark actually writes the lyrics. I have nothing to do with the lyrics. I write all the music. I program the drums, and that's even with the drummer. I tell them what to do and all that shit, and everybody works with me. The bass player works with me, everything like that. Mark is the only one that, has free reign on what we tell about, all that shit. But business-wise, I'm the one in control where I'm on my third label right now. I'm with Comatose right now.
Oh, but awesome! That's pretty good.
That's
big.
I
know. I'm with Comatose right now, and I've been with two other labels. There's like that, man. This is to push our new album, and there's like that, Sworn to Blasphemy. But it does take a lot. These guys are a little bit more lenient, that type, because we're an established band. Now, back in the day, we weren't established, so, now we are established, and people are picking up on it, and there's like that. Well, it ain't no fucking Sony music. I'd actually be scared if Sony came up to me. Right. I'd be scared, dude. I'd be scared to death. But Comatose is a good label, and I know the guy. I got high with the guy.
Nice.
That type of thing.
Well, so my whole thing is Mike. I've always said, like, let's say we start a project, Justin and I or whoever, and Nuclear Blast comes up, and Nuclear Blast says, "Hey, we want you on our label. We'll give you full creative control. You can be as filthy and dirty as you want." I'd take it. But if they said, "Hey, we want you on our label, but maybe you should write like In Flames type music," well, I don't want to write In Flames.
Man, if any record label came up to me and says, "Hey, you need to write like this band or that band," man, you know what? The biggest goddamn middle finger would come from my goddamn crotch and say, "Fuck you." Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, the only thing I'd say, because you said program drums, and I went, meh, and you guys can explain why I said I prefer real drummers. I always have, except for Big Black and Mortician.
Yep.
And Fuck, I'm Dead.
Well,
even they got a real drummer.
Hold on. Why did Mortician get away with it?
Yeah.
The drummer died.
Oh, okay.
The drummer died.
Oh,
and
well,
then they went to programming drums.
Yeah. They've done
drums, but
they've done real drums. Big Black, of course, did program. They actually, that was such a big part of their sound. I can't imagine that having real drums. In fact, every Big Black cover I've ever heard with real drums, the drummer ruins it.
Like hacked up for barbecue.
Hold on. Let me show you something. I got to show him CD. Hold on.
Show him.
What's it by the cemetery?
You
no way. hacked up for barbecue. You actually have it. That's fucking badass, man.
Hey, guess who
But
else has one?
About the drummer, man? The drummer actually died, though. And that's why they came up with that. It's fucking. Hey,
guess who else has?
It's sick you had that. It's sick you had that, though.
Yeah, and guess who else has hacked up for barbecue right here?
I ordered two, one for me, one for him, because I knew he'd appreciate it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Only $20. $20 for an autograph from Mortician is worth it.
Yeah, the drummer drowned in a lake high on PCP.
That's fucked up.
It is. So I've always admired singing drummers like Chris from Autopsy and King from Deceased.
Yeah, I love Chris.
Yeah.
I love Chris.
Who doesn't love Chris?
I know.
I
got a picture with him on my phone too.
You were talking about incantation or immolation. Jim, I know you have talked to the John's wife who was in Funerus.
That's Jill.
Yeah.
Yep. Jill Furness, man. I played with her too, man. With John from Incantation on guitar.
Yeah, I love Funerus. I found their album Reduced to Sludge in a random record store.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Oh my God, album rules.
Yeah, Elliot actually introduced me to that. That was some good shit.
That's some good shit.
But Jim, it's funny because I kind of heard Funerus, and then Jim mentioned them completely randomly. I was like, "Oh, you like Funerus? Cool." Because Jim, his brain might be junk, but he remembers some stuff.
Occasionally. It's rotted away like everything else about me.
Jim, what was your party trick back in the day?
I used to start my parties at my attic, selling drugs out of my attic.
We all have those moments.
Yeah. And I'd start the party by grabbing cheapest vodka there was at the time was Vladimir. I'd have a half gallon of it and jam it into a beer bong and down it in about like 5-6 seconds. An entire half gallon. Now it all depended. Now what happened next?
Wow, man. Wow.
What happened next was entirely up to whether I was on acid or not. If I was on acid, I would party all night long. If I wasn't on acid, bam, head right on the damn table. They'd have to carry me down to the fucking.
He had to carry it out of your room.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, how are you still alive?
I don't know. There is no reason for me to be alive. I just am.
And now, if you even smell it, you probably die.
Yeah. But I still can't drink really cheap vodka, especially Vladimir. After that, once I stopped partying that hard, it's like, oh my God.
Yes. I never heard of it.
It was a half gallon for like $15 back then.
All right.
I think the price has never changed.
Yeah,
It's still that cheap.
I used to sell dictionaries, man, of acid and shit like that back in high school.
Oh fuck! I sold pot and acid out of my attic. Dear God. And the one thing about me was, like, all the people you talk to that say, oh yeah, I tripped so hard I saw Jesus, I saw God, I saw Satan. I tripped so hard I am God. That's how much acid I just went well past that. And the story with that was I'm sitting outside doing the typical I'm on acid doing psychobabble kind of shit, trying to sound like I'm being all philosophical. And the concept was generally, your concept of God is always something larger than you. So there was this line of ants in front of me, and I stepped on them. And I said, they're in their fearful phase now. Soon they will come to worship me. Sober people can verify this. A little bit later, a second line of ants started walking up to me, and they just left a ton of, like, insect parts and dissected leaves at my feet as an offering.
Yeah.
He's God of the ants, man.
God of the ants.
I'm God of the ants in my dad's backyard.
Charger.
I remember one time I was God of all music. Yes, but I was God of all music, and one Morbid Angel was the only music that was allowed to exist.
That's fair. As long as it's only A through H.
What?
As long as it's only A through H.
A through F,
through
fuck
H.
off.
A through H, fuck you.
H sucks.
That's my second favorite, probably.
H is, I mean, H is interesting technically, but it doesn't do anything for me. If you like H, you'll like K.
I don't like K. I listen to it.
Yeah. But yes, A through F is my go-to. See, we bitch at each other just like Jim and I bitch at each other.
Yes.
At least it's
we
not.
do more death threats to each other. It's more fun that way.
What are you talking about? We death threat each other all the time.
Good.
I don't know how we're going to do that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You have Skype?
I don't know what's going on here, but
I don't
yes,
know what's
anal
going
battery.
on. Anal battery.
But yeah, I was god of all music.
Yes, we've heard this story about 50 times.
No, yeah, and we haven't heard your stories even more.
Oh, I know. I
Fucking
just have
asshole.
to tell you my, undying urge to bludgeon you with a hammer.
Like I said.
There's no reason to do it. You just.
There was
Why did you kill him?
I think I might have figured out a way.
Why did you kill him? Well, it was fun.
I was bored. It was Saturday night. There was nothing better to do.
Exactly. Why not kill someone? Why not kill your friend? But yeah, I mean, but there's a reason why we hear your stories a bunch of times, because they're funny.
That, plus we get new viewers and ain't heard shit.
Yeah.
Life lessons.
Yeah. I'm at the interview right now. Well, yeah. You're online right now.
Don't be like this guy. Don't be like Jim.
So Brian has his vocalist on the line right now.
I can't hear anybody.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, barely.
I'm in the gas stations right now.
Okay. Well, let me call you back, man.
All right, brother.
All right, no problem.
All right, that's not going to work out.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, you tried.
It was worth a shot.
You know what's worth a shot? A guy putting a chair on his ball piercing.
Oh,
What?
That's worth a shot.
Man,
Why not?
I just fucking put back on these fucking earphones, man. You're talking about ball piercing. What the fuck is going on, man?
All right.
What
There's
the
a
hell,
story
Mike?
behind that. You
I
see,
don't
there was
fucking
this
wanna
guy.
hear I don't fucking want to hear it.
No, you want to hear it.
Yes, you want to
All
hear
right.
it. Come on.
Go
shut
for
up.
it. Go for it. Go for it. Go
All right.
for it.
He was a self-proclaimed useless piece of shit.
Okay.
And he was sitting there boasting that he got his nutsack pierced. No one cared, but he thought us not caring was us not believing him. So he decided to take one end of his chain wallet, attach it to his piercing, the other end of the chain wallet, and attach it to a chair. And then he hung from a tree to let the chair dangle there in midair. Now, the local politician's son was walking by, trashed, looking for a place to sit. Lo and behold, there was a chair floating in midair. It took him a few minutes to realize why the chair was shouting death threats at him. After which, the useless piece of shit let go of the tree and started chasing after him. And he's twirling the chair around, like it's some sort of fucking medieval weapon, and wham, throws it. Forgetting it was still attached to his balls. That scream could be heard for 3 counties away.
So just imagine the guy's trying to sit on
my
a chair
God.
that's attached to his balls.
Exactly.
Buddy.
See, I told you wanted to hear that story.
I did want to hear this story. I think it's fucking brutal and fucking badass. Absolutely.
And you know what the funny thing is, Jim? he's rarely left this, his city, and yet he has all these stories.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you how I was that night and sing. I was lying on the ground, completely trashed. And whenever I went to laugh about what just happened, I started pounding the ground. But my first time my fist hit the ground, it was right into a nail board. So I had this fucking rusty nail stuck in my hand. Pulled it off the board. I looked up like, oh well. And I started pounding another part of the ground because I was too trashed to know any better.
This is a guy who literally spent time in a loony bin, so.
No, I literally grew up inside a loony bin. Had counseling between the age of like 7 through outpatient counseling through the age of 7 to 11.
You did not fucking go through that goddamn shit.
I had a therapist from about 5 to 17.
Oh, see.
Oh yeah.
I was sexually.
yeah, but-
See.
Hey, what the fuck did I hear?
What?
You said you were institutionalized.
Yeah,
during
I
that
was.
fucking time.
At
Not
11.
a fucking therapist, motherfucker.
You heard both voices. That was both.
Now
you.
listen.
Oh,
listen.
fuck you, then.
Now listen.
What we
At
doing?
age 11.
Credentials now, man? What the fuck? We're supposed to be having fun.
Justin,
Now at
kill him.
age 11, I tried throwing myself down a flight of stairs.
Wow.
And I wound up going to Western Psych inpatient for about 4 or 5 months. Then I went to Mayview State Mental Facility for about a year and a half. Then when I was released from there, I spent about 2.5, 3 years in a partial program before I was released back into normal school.
So beside you being a psycho, why are you in metal?
Oh, that's a good story in itself.
How I got into metal was when I got back to regular school, okay, I thought the same thing that made me one of the cool kids at like the partial program at mental institution would make me popular at school. No, it didn't. To further bite me in the ass, I was honest about where I went. I told them I went to a mental institution. They thought I was trying to act all hardcore.
Institutionalized had to be your fucking theme song, man, for Suicide Tendencies.
Now, I actually liked it, but it's
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But
Continue.
okay, so I'm getting bullied left and right and shit, and I'm getting to the point where I'm about to snap. So I plan on fucking blowing up my school. I paid attention in science class. I knew how to make explosives back then.
Nice.
So
Better than the
I'm
Columbine
sitting there.
kids anyway.
Oh yeah, better than them, definitely. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Exactly. Exactly. There, you're talking to the right guy, Ben.
So anyway, I went trying to have one last hurrah with my friends before I went through with my plan. And my buddy was like, dude, you got to listen to this. This song is made for you. And he put on Megadeth's Sweating Bullets.
Yeah, Sweating Bullets. Yep. Gotcha.
I mean, it's cheesy as hell. I still love the album. Unlike the other album I used to worship. I used to worship the Black Album at the time. I can't
That's same,
listen to it
but I
now.
was like,
God, that's lame.
well, yeah, but
Ah.
you have to remember
It
something.
was my first dose, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You guys are
Exactly.
younger than me. Okay, I got it, man. I just told
Yeah.
about fucking Metallica. See him at Decatur Cinema Center in fucking like 1988 and
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Master Puppets or Master Puppets tour and shit like that.
Yeah.
yeah. You're
Well,
the
go-
old
go-
fart this time.
But
Yeah, well-
after that, I
Yeah, go ahead with your fucking slime ass bullshit. Go ahead.
Anyways, after listening to Sweating Bullets, I kind of just abandoned my plans because I started a thought process that, like, all the people that bullied me would become saints if I killed them all. People would
Right.
love them, and I'd become the villain, even though I was the one tortured.
And then you went from that to death metal shows at the local,
Volunteer fire department. I saw so many bands I don't remember the names of. There was even a guy that I was he had me practice with his band, trying to learn some shit when I was playing bass. And I forget his name. I forget his band's name. I forget if that band went anywhere, but I know he went somewhere with a band.
So,
Not forget
Right.
his name.
so Jim, how does it feel to not be the oldest one here?
Refreshing. I'll be back in a
I
couple
love this
seconds
guy.
here. I'll be
No,
back in a couple
I,
seconds.
man, hey brother, I enjoy your conversation very much. Not everything's perfect, you know.
well, no,
Not,
but,
not metal, because you know what? I've had really, really bad shows from, like a drunk drummer and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
I played some of the worst shows of my life, man. And yeah, it sucked, but it came back to the same venue like maybe 2 months later. Just flew the fucking roof on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Metal fans are way forgiving,
They are.
and I am one of them.
Y'all
Go
are, yeah.
go ahead. I know you want to say something. Go ahead, bro.
What? Oh, I don't know what's. We're forgiving to a point, but I mean, if you're Chris Barnes, then
Oh
There's-
Chris Barnes. I got high with him at one time when he was in Camel Course at
really.
Mania. No shit. He was the coolest guy. And then I said, well, there's a big issue, especially with back in the '90s and stuff like that, man. Where you supposed to have Metal Mania was the Eagles Ballroom, which is in Milwaukee, and 2 blocks away is what? Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment in 1991, and they didn't want to have metal maniacs like us that love gore and love metal going over to the apartment, man. So they moved it
Oh,
to what they called the Mecca, MECCA.
Yeah.
Mecca. Huge arena,
Yeah.
and I watched Suffocation, Deicide, Obituary.
oh, nice.
Even that crap ass band that fucking Keanu Reeves had, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't heard about this, man. No. Keanu Reeves had a metal band, and he opened up between Suffocation and Obituary. They put them on there. I can't not remember their name, man. But anything that was not nailed down was being thrown at them. No shit, man. Oh, I remember this. Dog Star.
Okay.
Dog Star. That was a Keanu Reeves fronted band. Keanu Reeves was the front man. And we're going from Suffocation to Obituary to Deicide. And now we have Dog Star. And all these cameras were on stage. We're on stage catching the moment. Guess what? Never been published. You know why? Us true metalheads, we threw everything on stage, man, that wasn't fucking nailed down, man. Seats, bars, everything, man. We fucking threw everything at that fucking band, man.
Yeah.
And they had to cut it short, man. But the band's called Dog Star. That was Keanu Reeves fucking shit. He wanted to get into metal, but I will tell you, Redemption. I went to a show in Joliet. I don't know what the fuck it's called now, but I went to a show in Joliet, man. There's this guy in the mosh pit. He's wearing a fucking suit, and he was moshing, like really elbowing, fucking everything, man.
Nice.
It was Anthrax. Is that an Anthrax concert? Watch it. This guy, was wearing a suit. You know what the fuck it was? Keanu fucking Reeves, man, because he's a big Anthrax fan. He was filming John Wick in Chicago and all that shit, man. And I met him like that, man. That guy is a really good guy, man. He really loves metal, but unfortunately, on the Metal Mania, lineup with Dog Star and shit like that, man, the music was so weak and so just publicized and just filmed.
Mainstream.
Yeah, metalheads didn't like it.
Right.
Now down there at Joliet, well, years later and shit like that, man, I see a guy. I'm like sitting there like enthralled.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy in this fucking suit?
Yeah.
It's fucking Keanu Reeves, man, doing the fucking John Wick fucking shit. Now, not for the movie. No. He filmed the fucking movie. He came down to see fucking Anthrax and shit, and just to hang out, man.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the. I know Jim Carrey did was in the metal or whatever. I didn't know about he was.
Jim Carrey loves Camel Corpse, man.
And Napalm Death.
And Napalm Death, yeah. You found that out on Arsenio show and shit.
Well, I watched there's a. If you guys haven't seen it, there's the Cannibal Corpse documentary, The Centuries of Torment.
It's really surprising, that some of these, mainstream actors, man, actually know about death metal.
So I'm a little bit like, I have to follow all the metal sites for the show basically to get info and stuff, and well.
No. I'd say, oh my God, to you. I said, I'm thinking back, the Kardashians wore a Metallica shirt.
Well, fuck that. Yeah, no.
And all that bullshit. Man. Well, Metallica's a fucking total bunch of fucking posers now,
But, so like a lot of times you'll read about like
posers,
so a lot of times you'll read about like a comedian who likes Meshuggah or something. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
a mainstream comedian likes a mainstream band. Cool. What about a guy? I mean, I would be more impressed. I mean, I'm more impressed by Cannibal and Napalm, but I'd be more impressed if like a guy comes. Yeah, I really like this band called Arch Goat.
Yeah,
if they say,
I walked in this apartment, man, and see my boy, man, with a fucking Arch Goat shirt on, man.
Nice.
How fucking impressive is that, man? That tells me he knows metal. He knows metal, dude.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome if some celebrity came up. Oh, I really like this band called Revenge.
Yeah, exactly, man. I love Revenge. I love Revenge.
I love Revenge.
I love Black Witchery and all that shit. All that shit, man. Black Witchery is one of my favorite bands, man. I
love Revenge. I mean, Revenge are so. Even like war metal guys don't like them because they're just so intense.
Yeah, exactly, man. But
I know
you
a guy. I
gotta check out Black Witchery from Florida.
I love Black Witchery.
Yeah, it's fucking badass, man.
No, I know Black Witchery. Black Witchery fucks.
Do you know a band called Big Grime Exemius?
I do not.
Really?
You showed me them.
Man, no shit. Right on. See, we're teaching each other fucking everything, man. That's fucking badass.
So
man.
the reason I bring them up is because I'm in a couple, discords with one of the guys, and he knows the Revenge guys. And he knows he's in a band with. Do you know a band called Dragcar? DRAGHKAR.
Actually, I do know that one. Yeah.
The guy Brandon actually got me the interview with King Fowley.
Really?
And they're really nice guys. And he's in a band with Derek from Big Grime, and Derek, I guess, knows. And he's like, the funny thing about Revenge is Jamie's he says that Jamie's a really soft spoken in real life.
Well, that's kind of the way I am, man. You're catching me on, a day where, it's like I'm doing my normal routine and everything like that, man. But my persona, where I'm evil and snorting cocaine and fucking bitches and shit like that, man, that's all persona, man. I'm really just a family guy, and just making music, man. That's all I'm doing.
I'm the same way in real life as as I am here. The only thing is, I might exaggerate for comedic effect, but yeah, my drug days are kind of over.
No, that's not true. We all know that you and Jim both eat babies like the rest of us.
Shut up,
I'm
you.
the
In the name of Satan. In the name of Satan.
I
What was
just
that, Jim?
love it. I'm the satanic baby killer of Jeanette, Pennsylvania, even though no infant corpses were found in my dad's backyard whenever it went up for foreclosure sale, and I've never been a Satanist.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys been on my Facebook or anything like that, man. But last
I'm
week,
not
man,
on
I
Facebook.
had this chick said, "Get behind me, Satan! I do not worship you." And I'm like, "You dumbass bitch! You have no idea where the fuck I even come from, man.
Right.
Who the fuck are you, man? Yeah, who the fuck are you? You know?"
So the story about that. So Jim, once he got into metal and stuff, I guess he came from a small town, and Jim, you can back me up or correct me here. But people were so afraid of you.
Oh God, that was great. Because what happened was I literally went from dressing like my mom dressed me because I didn't care what I wore to
Yeah.
Right.
walking into school after Christmas break wearing, Megadeth T-shirt, Cannibal Corpse T-shirts, and torn jeans and
Right.
shit.
Yep.
And like they're like, "Oh my God!" And they started spreading rumors I was a satanic baby killer. And
Yeah.
I didn't,
Oh, my daughter went through that too. You know.
and I honestly didn't
Eat
care
back to
because
life, butcher birth shirts and all that shit. You know.
oh yeah,
Yep.
fucking
Yeah.
eating back to life. I had that
Yep.
T-shirt.
Eating back to life. That was a good fucking album cover.
Yeah,
So they were.
But
Yeah.
the fun part was, it stopped them bullying me because they were now afraid that they were risking their souls, and all I had to do was like fold my fingers and go blah 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 blah, and they'd go running.
Nice.
Yeah, back when I was young. I'm talking about like I think I was like 12 or 13 years old. I was still, I had Slayer posters, Wasp posters, and all that shit. And my aunt from she's a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh no.
And came into my room. I had all these skate posters and all that stuff. That I had women on my wall and all that stuff, man. Everything I had on my wall was against her religion. And she opened up, she looked around. I remember this so fully. And I had my bed on the other side of the door and everything like that. And she's looking around. I had two windows and all that stuff. And she looked at me. She's like, "Are you worshiping the devil?" And I looked at her. I go, "If it keeps you away, yes, I am." I don't care for that religion, that bullshit, man.
Well, I mean,
the Jehovah. I'm not slamming the Jehovah's Witness fans or anything like that, man. But you don't believe in Christmas. You don't believe in birthdays. You don't believe in serving your country.
Well, so
you don't.
I always thought that the Jehovah's Witness, because I knew it. Yeah.
That's not American. That's not American. I tell everybody, man, I'm a fucking Satanist, man. But guess what, man? My kids always get presents on the 25th of December.
Yeah.
No matter fucking what. No matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Well, so I knew. So I mean, I have Christian friends and all that. I even dated Christians or whatever. But like, I had a Jehovah's Witness in my class, and I always just thought that was the weirdest. And come to find out that yes, it is actually a big scam. I mean,
the biggest thing was not serving your country, because I'm actually a fucking veteran. So it's kind of weird,
But I remember my grandparents and my uncle walked in on me listening to a band, crossover band from Oregon called Wehrmacht.
Wehrmacht.
Yeah.
Wehrmacht. And
Shark Attack.
Wehrmacht. Guess what? I have fucking 2 of their CDs at my home signed by the band.
Nice.
Nice.
I was listening to a live set.
I call it Wehrmacht. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to brag, but I have a Carpathian Funeral album that's signed, so
Well, hey, Shark Attack.
I was listening to a live set that they did on.
You got Shark Attack and Wehrmacht, Shark Attack, and there's one, Wehrmacht, with the guys on the beer keg.
Yeah.
on the front car. Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
I got you.
So I was listening to they did a live set opening for Poison Idea. That was really good. They were like,
Poison Idea, really?
oh yeah, and the punks hated the punks were you could hear them. Well, because they were metal, and punks. And I never understood that rivalry, but whatever. Anyway,
I don't understand either.
So I had a live set. And I was listening to it, and they were just like, "Do you need to be exercised? Like an exorcism?" Yeah, probably.
At our shows, man, and I think it was Indianapolis, Ohio, and Buffalo, New York. We had protesters outside our show. And I was proud of that. I was fucking proud of that, man. I'm proud of protesters.
Yeah.
Doing all that shit, man. And I actually came out there and tried to talk to two of the shows, and debate or whatever, man.
Yeah.
They just kept insulting me, man, and walked off. And I'm like,
a lot of those protesters.
Oh wait, there's another one. Champaign, Illinois, Death Fest. That's another one. Yeah, they came out, man. It was like a highlight of their fucking fest, man. Like this band got banned by the Christian fucking Crusade. Yeah, the fucking Christian boys choir out there fucking swear to God when they're eating fucking Satan. They went crazy, man. And we're looking at them like, I'm baptized like Methodist, Methodist and all that shit.
I still
I still as a stick,
when I heard a story when Megadeth went on their first U.S. tour, and they would like stop at truck stops and Chris Poland would. So what kind of band are you? Oh, we're a gospel band, Megadeth. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
yeah, we're a gospel band. And Dave Mustaine's like, they're gonna be waiting out with pitchforks and torches,
Yeah.
Oh man, we have a thing at our shows, man, where I burn like torches and have fog, and of course we have all the like metal bands up, spikes and shit up our arms and shit like that. March covered in blood and all that stuff. And
if we're not protested, then
we went to a show, and I think it was like Cleveland, Ohio, and they're asked about, is your fog water based? I go, fuck, I really don't know, but I go, yeah, it is. Is your blood that you spill water based? I go, yeah, it is. We really don't know. We really don't know. And they're like, are you gonna make any statements about against God? I go, no, I really don't think so. Yeah. First fucking song, man. We're throwing blood out the goddamn audience from like, well, we have these certain call it I don't know what you call it, gullet cups or whatever.
Yeah.
Mark fills them up, man. We throw those out, man. Throw the whole cups out, on the crowd, so they're covered in blood. Here comes this fucking goddamn smoke from the back drums. We don't know if it's oil based or water based.
Yeah.
We got that going on, man. We start firing up and shit like that. We light the goddamn shit on fire next to the fucking drums. We don't know what the fuck are fucking called and shit like that. But guess what, man? It's one of our best shows we ever fucking did live, man. No shit. And you know what that fucking guy came up? Well, I think he violated about 13 violations on our Ohio city code, but you did fine.
Yeah, good show.
I'm like, good enough. You're not getting a tip. Fuck you. Fuck him.
So Jim, you saw Slayer live on their farewell tour.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did not join that one. I did not.
So I thought they were kind of hit and miss. Like some shows were awesome.
I've seen Slayer 16 times. So
but Behemoth opened for them, and Jim, you could tell what was the reaction from one of the guys after the Slayer show.
We were walking up, me and girl I was dating, and this kid was walking out crying the whole time, and his friends there trying to pat him on the shoulder. You gotta expect listening to something about Satan whenever these bands take stage. It's okay. He just sat there bawling like he just like lost his soul and everything he ever owned and everyone he ever loved.
Wow.
See,
And it was all because, oh wow, they sang about Satan.
Ah,
see, and so the thing is,
fear
Jim
the Satan.
does it. Jim does, but I think that.
Man, you guys are younger, man. You guys are younger.
So I believe, and this is my only Slayer aren't Satanists, but they're doing the devil's work. Let's put it that way. I think.
Well,
spreading the word.
you look at Tom Araya, man. He's actually Catholic.
So is, I think Dave Lombardo.
Yeah, but
No, Tom Araya is fucking Catholic.
I know he is, but
Dave Lombardo is too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
formerly, but he says he's an atheist now.
Kerry King is totally a Satanist.
Is he?
But
Totally a Satanist.
the thing is,
Yeah,
I
that's it.
think. So I think you could do. I mean, look at Asheron. They're,
Jeff Hammond.
Yeah.
What do you write? What do you write?
What?
What's the number one song that Jeff Hammond write? That's most popular.
he
Angel fucking Death.
True.
Everyone thought he was a fucking white supremacist Nazi.
Yeah, true.
But it's all not true.
It's all a show.
There's talk about stuff.
Well, so that song is a history lesson, and actually, it's quite interesting. But I think I view that any band can do the Devils. Look at Asheron. Look at
Right,
atheistic
right.
service.
Right.
Root.
Yeah.
But they got me interested in.
But because you talk about like a racist fucking thing, if I write a next song, about fucking Goebbels, from the Nazi party and shit like that, man, does that make me a Nazi?
No,
That's modern.
I'm just talking about
history.
past history.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between racism and Satanism in that. I
There's
mean,
a big difference.
when I heard
people-
Hell Awaits,
People been like relating Satanism with
Racism.
racism and all that shit.
those people can
I
go.
think it's the dumbest shit ever.
Well,
It is.
Those people can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a Swine Brothers opinion right there. So
Satan doesn't care what color you are. He just wants you to have fun.
Man, I tell you what, man. I have so many black artists, that play metal and thrash metal and death metal and everything like that.
Yeah.
One's from Suffocation.
My
Blasphemy.
best friend in the world is in a death metal band all about gore and brutality and Nazis and all that, and he's Jewish.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, it's so stupid, man. When it comes to metal, man, there is no racism.
Mm-hmm.
There is no bias bullshit, man.
It's all about metal.
Yeah, it's all about metal. And you know what? The society out there fucks it all up.
Yep.
That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on, man.
What pisses me off is
if they're fucking shredding and fucking staying alive, man, fucking going show to show and shredding a fucking guitar or drums or bass, I don't give a fuck about what fucking color you are.
Right.
As long as you fucking create metal.
Right.
what pisses me off is the people who, when they find a new band, they have to dissect the lyrics in order to find quote sketch.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are the dorks. They're the
And
fucking
Justin,
dorks.
you know exactly what I'm talking about because you got banned.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
After,
because
like-
you make a lyric on this way and that way. Oh, yeah.
Metal Archive Discord.
You make one semi bad but kind of funny
Off-color
joke.
joke, and man, you're gone.
And I knew
Every
the
time
funny
I've
thing
been
was,
banned on fucking Facebook, fuck, man. It's like
I
60
got banned from Facebook.
times, man. For real.
The funny thing is, I knew you would get banned like from the second time I talked to you. I was like, this guy's too evil for that site.
Yeah, I didn't fit in with that crowd.
I don't think any of us fit in with the fucking Facebook crowd.
Well,
I really
I got banned from Facebook for posting a Burzum song.
yeah, I
so-
can understand that because
So
some.
Yeah.
but I mean, the thing is, I was posting it to show what my first black metal was, right? I wasn't saying, yeah, I love Nazis.
Let's back it up. Let's back it up. You placed a Burzum song just like you placed it and everything like that, and then you got banned for it.
So what happened was, I was posting it, just to say this is my first black metal song all these years ago. I still love it. Blah 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 blah. I wasn't saying, yeah, I'm a Nazi. And Facebook at first Facebook said this is not allowed.
My mic up here.
And then a couple minutes later, they said, by the way, we think you're a spam bot, so we want your ID. That was September.
Jesus Christmas! What the fuck?
That was September 2020, and they still haven't.
Nazi. Oh my God! You're
That
the
was-
worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that was September.
Fuck off.
That was September 2020, and they haven't replied to me. But then again, if I didn't get banned from Facebook,
Hey, I'm not telling you to fuck off, but they can fuck off.
yeah, exactly. But at the same time, if I didn't get banned from Facebook, I wouldn't be doing this interview. So
Exactly.
because I met that guy on Discord.
Yeah.
Well, this fucking thing is really free speech, right?
Yeah, we don't really.
You're a bunch of
Well,
goddamn degenerates.
Well, I'll tell you what. One of the best fucking shows, man, is by two black guys called Suffocation.
Suffocation. I knew you were going to say that. I
Suffocation.
knew it. The suffocation.
And they are
sucks.
so bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm like so badass, I should say. And metal has no real racism.
Not really, no.
No, not real metal and everything like that, man. And this persona that everybody keeps up with, man, is total fucking bullshit, man. I don't care what color you are or what race you are or where you came from. As long as you bring on the fucking metal, that's
And as long as you're not a
all
dick.
yeah,
And
exactly.
don't be a dick, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's going to happen here.
Like Travis from Cattle Decapitation.
Man, so Travis from Cattle Decap.
Hold on, Travis.
Yes, Travis Ryan. I've had nothing but good experiences with him. In fact,
He's
Okay.
a dick.
I opened a show for them once.
He's a dick.
But he was so nice to me. We got along so good. I don't understand.
All right,
Maybe he felt sorry for you.
calm down. I did piss him off one time.
It's easy to piss him off, man.
Well, he's a vegan.
Yes.
I went to Hardee's. I got the biggest fucking goddamn fucking biggest triple fucking cheeseburger you can ever fucking imagine. And guess what? I went over to Pop's place. Over by St. Louis. Oh,
Yeah.
little bit of echo.
Oh, my mic game went up.
A lot of echo. Yeah.
All right. I went over from Hardee's to Pop's place and all that shit, man.
Uh-huh.
Now I have access. I'm in the band and all that shit. And went up there to the top fucking floor. Of Pop's place.
Yeah.
Went through security. Security told me, no, you can't come up here. Show my credentials. Got up there. Went in the fucking back room. Travis is there. Wearing a fucking rainbow diamond belt, three fucking diamond belt and all that shit, man. Yeah, I thought he was a fag. No, I thought he was a fag. Oh, just being honest, anything like that, man. And I'm not racist about it. If you're a fag, you're a fucking fag. It's fine. And so I started eating my goddamn fucking burger, my triple fucking Hardee's fucking burger and all that stuff, man. He goes, you can't fucking eat that. I go, did I tell you where that belt? And he like looked at me. He goes, what the fuck is he got to do about my belt? I go, well, you're judging me eating this burger and I'm judging you about being this belt. How about we just lay it off, man, and let me eat my burger and you go on your fag way. You know, that type of shit, you know. And he goes back. He goes, I understand what you're saying, man. I go, do you really? I don't really care if he's gay or where he's promoting, but don't come at me, man, when I'm eating my fucking hamburger, man.
That's
you
my
know?
problem with vegan.
Well, he came at me. I said my insult. He insulted me. I insulted him. But I don't really care about that. I just see an opportunity to, like, throw some shit at him. He threw some shit at me for eating a,
But that's always been my,
that type of thing, man. And we actually became friends. We're actually friends on Facebook and all that shit, that we come across, where, he has this fucking thing and I do my thing and all that stuff, man. And when we meet, we're good. We're good like brothers.
Every experience I've had because I've opened a show for him and he's talked to me quite a bit because I'm from Colorado. I live in Denver, and he plays a lot. They play a lot of shows there. A lot of shows.
I know that, man, with Havoc and shit.
Oh man, fuck Havoc! I will fight Havoc to this day. Bring it, Havoc, if you're listening. I still live in Decatur, Illinois.
I'll fight.
Bring it.
I'll fight Travis.
I'll kick your ass too.
I will fight Travis. Travis, if you're listening, a blind man will fight you.
Yep.
Yeah. See, so Elliot's had bad experiences with Travis.
I've had nothing but bad experiences. I've never met him in person, but I've ran into him online so many times. And I just remember the one death metal group. He started claiming that all death metal from 1995 onward is shit. And I was like, yeah, that includes your band.
Does he realize that includes his band?
That's when my band started.
Right.
And
apparently he's never heard Carpathian Funeral.
Now.
And Terrence Hobbs from Suffocation call him out on it.
Terrence Hobson is a good guy, man.
He's really a good guy. I love him.
Really good guy, man.
But
he was dating one of my sisters and shit, man. Sonia and shit like that, man.
Plus the other thing, I just don't really like Cattle Decap musically. Like, if it's I like the early gore grind stuff, but
I love that goddamn the one about the pandemic and shit like that, man. Bring back the plague. Fuck yeah!
It's stuff that if I was just
great,
getting into,
man. That was fucking great. That was one of the best shit they ever did.
I told you, Elliot, you're just wrong.
That's one of the best shit they ever did.
If I was just getting into metal, I probably would have liked them, but no.
I think you're just wrong.
I understand it.
It's terrible. But anyway, so yes,
No, the background guy, man. No, you're right. You're right. You're fucking absolutely fucking right. Back in the day, I didn't respect them, man. I didn't respect them till like 2 years ago. When they did Bring Back the Plague.
That was a great song. I've been into him since 2005.
2005?
Something like that, 2006.
Right.
And like I said, I opened a show for him in my old band, and they were just nice as fuck. They let me.
What is your old band?
So I had an old band. There's two of them. I was in Apotheosis, which never really went anywhere. We played for a couple years. We opened for Cephalic Carnage. We opened for Cattle Decap, and then I was in Divine Torture. Just recently.
I love that name.
Yeah, I was in them. They're still using my songs, believe it or not, which I'm okay with because I'm not in it. And
yeah, believe it or not, man, the bands I substituted in, man, are the most famous, and my own band sucks.
Well, they don't suck. They're just not well known.
Just not well known.
Yeah,
we're gonna record music together. We're gonna do projects and shit. We already have a band name.
We're gonna be doing some stuff.
I got you, man.
We already have a band name, Maggot Phlegm.
Spelled FLEM, just like me.
No, we're not spelling it like that, you poser. But anyway, so I got because I was reading about.
It's called maggot flap. It's got to be FLAM.
No, phlegm. No, phlegm, not flam. Flam.
Oh, I thought it was flap.
No,
like,
so
jerk off. Like
no,
English person.
Well, so
you know,
I was
people in England, man, and European, man, they call it flap. You know,
I was reading about different.
I've been there. I played in fucking Europe.
And I was reading about different things, and I saw this sentence: ropes of maggot phlegm, and I was like, maggot phlegm. That's an awesome band name.
Yeah, we're gonna make
Maggot
a Corey gore grind.
How about a black metal project band called Bestial Hate?
Oh, we have a black metal idea, Hatheg Claw. It'll be Lovecraftian black metal.
There's no band called Bestial Hate. We come out and fucking just bring just straight up just fucking hammer.
I'm telling you, my biggest influence is Archgoat.
Archgoat.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
why we have these shows. That's why I have these shows.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna do all these projects and shit. We just need we need a bassist and a drummer.
I can be a bassist.
Can you?
I play guitar, so yeah.
Oh yeah, by default.
Yeah.
I have to talk in the future.
It's actually easier by a longer fretboard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I love to talk.
And Jim can write lyrics, whatever his brain works.
Yeah.
Has to be the most vile fucking.
That's all we want.
The most fucking just.
That's what we want.
You know,
Sick.
What
Yeah.
society doesn't want to hear.
We want people to
What
chain
Elliot
vomit.
says. What
We want people to puke when they fucking hear
that's
a goddamn.
exactly what Elliot said. I swear to God, that's exactly what you said.
We want people
What's that?
to puke about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to fucking...
Everything's so fucking goddamn fucking like, you know,
What, Jim?
cautious and all that shit. When you go balls out or nothing, you know? And
Well,
if
so-
they don't like it, well, fuck it. They ain't paid for it. We're going to fucking do it. You know?
I don't know how you feel about all the maggot stomp bands, but for a while, some metal sites, the more politically correct metal sites,
Yeah,
we're talking about how gore and death metal is a thing of the past, except for horrible slam bands. And so, first of all, I like slam.
What is it with slam
I
and sci-fi?
love, you know, I have friends and bands from New York and shit like that, man.
Yeah.
I could play total fucking slam.
But the cool thing about these maggots, the maggot stomp bands that are out there, first off, I like them. Not everyone does, but I like them. But they're bringing gore back into non-slam death metal, which I think is because
dude, man, it's so fucked up right now, man, because everybody's so politically correct.
Yeah.
And anything we do, if we fucking fire up a band or anything like that, man, we're gonna be impolitically correct. We don't fucking fuck with this. We believe in what the fuck we do. We believe in our fucking our craft, and fuck everybody else. If they don't like it, don't buy the fucking album.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm blind. I had the whole voice of the voiceless thing, and it's like, well, the voiceless have a voice, and it may not be the voice you want to hear. So,
like you said, we want to make music that metalheads are sickened by.
I'm so sick of fucking politically correct bullshit, man. That shit's on the dying end, man.
That's why we started this show, right, Jim?
The future of this whole fucking program, man, is being ourselves, speaking about ourselves, and fucking opinionated of ourselves, and not fucking hold back and fucking wait for some fucking crew say, no, you can't say that. Bullshit. Yeah. We can fucking say that, and we're gonna fucking say that, and we're gonna say that fucking loud and fucking proud. And that's why it is.
I gotta step away for a second because I gotta pee.
Yeah, that's fine.
I went piss. I went to piss while I was hearing a story.
Yeah.
You
I
were
had to
like,
piss 18
your fucking
times.
bike board is fucking that fucking goddamn long. What the fuck? It's definitely longer than your fucking dick.
extension cords, man.
Oh yeah. has to be about 20, asshole.
Look, sometimes you just wake up and you want to cut off someone's eyelids, tie them to a chair, force them to watch as you murder their family, force feed them their remains, and you take rusty drill bits and break them off in their bones.
You forgot the chili, though. The chili afterwards, man, after you fucking cut up all that shit, man. You have to feed it to other fucking people, though.
Who says I didn't make chili out of their fucking remains?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, but
chili's
but-
just
but-
beans
no,
and
I'm
meat.
saying you should. You should.
But see, the problem is, but see, the problem is, I make such good chili, that I don't want to feed it to other people.
Oh, I got you.
But yeah, we were talking about, like, it's funny. So Justin was saying something about how I don't remember what it was, but it was something like people who do this should be shot, and I was like, no, they shouldn't be shot. They should be tortured for 25 years, which is
Yeah,
of course
exactly.
worse than being shot.
I don't know about 2 or 3 nights, man. I can fucking do some shit with some blowtorch and pliers.
Jim is just insane, and you should hear
Hey, I'm
earlier
not
videos.
I'm not insane with blowtorch and pliers within 3 days. Come on, buddy.
No, you want it to last a few years. You want to break them totally, because the first thing is they're going to start begging for their lives. They'll beg for you to stop the pain. Then you want them to morph into begging you to just kill them already. Then you want to
Yeah.
go past that to the point where
I cannot accomplish that in 3 days. Come on, buddy.
No,
But what you have to do is get them to go past that point where they stop begging for death, and
What,
the
with
torture
numb?
is just another day for them. It's like, oh, back at the factory again. Oh, there goes my finger
They're
again.
numb.
Ah!
I love you guys, man.
what's going on is Jim's being Jim.
Hey, you know what? I love Jim. I love
doesn't?
Jim.
We all love the gym.
I mean, I remember. So
I know I'm a new guy and everything like this, but I'm an evil incarnate.
so
So
I remember. So
So for the rest of you, I live in the town where he's from, so he's
Right.
here personally.
right.
My wife actually knows him from when she was a child, so I've been hearing about him for the last 3 years.
Jen,
So this is like meeting a celebrity.
you okay, man?
Who, me? What?
I go get in there and smoke.
Okay,
Bless you.
he's gonna step away. But yeah, Brian here has been built up to me like a celebrity, so this is a big deal for me.
he's cool. It's great. It's great talking to him.
You're the guitarist at Carpathian Funeral. That means something to me.
Wait, Jim's not a celebrity though.
Look,
Jim
man,
should
I was
be
thrown
a
out of a 30th story window onto a truck filled with water coolers.
Jesus.
Of course, we stole the footage from that and from another movie, and there's just a quick splice job. But that's what the spooky spectrum.
I
did.
remember. So I started up the show, and then the next day, a friend, sort of friend, invited me to guest on this other show because the first show was awful, right? Jim, I don't know if you've ever heard it, and I hope the goat you haven't. The first episode of my show was awful, and then, like I said, you want to come on the show, and I met, and there was this guy who was really tired, but he would, I think the way you prepare human is the same way you prepare pork. I was like, I need this guy on my show, and it was Jim.
I was just completely out of it. I had like
Yeah,
28 hours awake. And I was told,
I'd
no,
like-
we got to
I'm
wait
gonna
until
have-
like this famous person shows up, and it's like I didn't care. And the guy talked to me as if I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about when it came to dealing with PC people.
I was in awe of him because I was 21, but yeah, now it's like whatever. But I started having Jim on the show, and now I can't get rid of the fucker.
That's right. I'm a festering plague up your sphincter.
I know when I started talking to
you make festering plagues just so sexy.
That's
When
right. We even include the broken glass to show up your ass.
So when I started talking to you, I was like, you gotta meet this Jim guy, because I've always liked. I knew you two would get along, so I was like, you gotta meet this guy.
You weren't wrong, man. The Jim is one of the most interesting people I've ever met or talked to, anyway.
And by interesting, you mean
When my brain
Fucking
works.
sick in the fucking head.
There we go.
And
That's the
it-
spirit right there.
You're sick in the head, and I love it.
I didn't know how like I didn't really know much about Brian. I didn't really realize how old he was. He has
Yeah,
stories
he's older.
about
He's a little older than my wife. He's known my wife since she was 4 years old.
he has stories about like Metallica with puppets and shit. It's like wow.
Yeah, he's 50, 51, I think.
That's a couple years older than me. Yep.
Yeah, you
Yep.
guys are
Years.
ancient. I don't know if I'm going to make it that long. Shit.
Oh, you will because
I thought I'd be dead by 25, and here I am.
That's what I
47.
thought, and I'm 34 now, so I'm doing all right.
I'm only
Well,
28,
Almost
so
47.
Look
None
at
of
me.
you have had a hit on your head from a biker gang.
what?
I said, but none of you have had a hit on your head from a biker gang, so I really thought I was dead.
No, we haven't.
Nah.
Don't do that.
Don't
Whatever
have
you
it.
did, don't do that. Yeah,
Just
that's
don't do that. I'm telling you.
You don't
it's
even have to
fucking
say what
sucky.
you did. Just remember not to do it.
Right.
Whatever it is.
I won't tell you what not to do. Just don't do it.
Exactly.
By the way, just for the viewers, really quick, we do hope you're enjoying this show. It's informal. It's not professional. This go around. It's just we've been doing 200 of these, and we're just happy to do it.
This is me hobbling together something just as a favor and enjoying it.
Yeah, it's been really entertaining, but I'm sure the chaos is really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But just for all we'll be back. Actually, the next episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed Jim 50 hits of acid.
Yep.
Fuck.
Talk about Jim. The first time you did acid, you did a little more than you should have.
Yeah. You see what the hell happened was.
What?
Totally inexperienced. My buddy Stern, we'll call him. He told me that he cut them into 2 doubles. And I didn't know what that meant. I just knew I was supposed to get 2 hits. So I saw 2 pieces of paper, ate them. Wound up being 4 hits, and I tripped my fucking balls off. This was like the blizzard of 94, 95. No, blizzard of 95. And I was tripping at the mall. And I discovered the meaning of life. We're sitting there doing this typical, you're doing the whole entire fucking philosophical bullshit you do when you're on acid. And I discovered the meaning of life. And I immediately forgot it after I realized I just drank an orange Julius with a cigarette butt in it.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I remember the first time, and then I started talking to the wall.
Well, that's always fun, talking to the wall. I loved it when the walls melted. That used to be one of my slogans whenever I
The
sold.
ceiling's melted, yeah.
Yeah, I always see ceilings melted.
Yep.
You see, that was my slogan whenever I sold acid. It was like, the walls want to melt. You only need the key. $5.
So before we go on with this, Brian just got back on and he's going to be leaving here in a few. So if we wanted to talk to him for a couple more minutes.
All right.
Okay.
It's been great. We'll try to get in touch more. I don't have.
We'll definitely stay in touch.
Hold on, buddy.
But it's been very fun.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going with your stuff.
Yeah. So go on with your story. He's calling someone for a second.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyways, so the blizzard hit, malls closing. Okay. And the only way out of there was to help the one guy clean toilets, the one janitor. So I go in there and I had the most fun cleaning toilets ever, even cleaning up the fucking tampons on the walls. Because the toilets always made this sound whenever I'd clean it. And the geometric shapes were eating computer-generated graphics.
All right.
And then when we went out there, one of the other janitors that was there, I thought he was the hallucination, and the music that played whenever he showed up was real. So anyway, I'm pretty much we got our ride, but instead of going home, we went right across the street to Eaton Park because I wanted orange juice. Then I wanted to see if Denny's orange juice was better, so we walked across the street. So instead of going
Right.
home with the guy that was giving us a ride that we did all that for, I'm going back and forth between fucking Eaton Park and shit.
Okay.
Trying to figure out which orange juice is better. And then we're sitting there at Eaton Park, and I have no idea what the hell's going on because I'm tripped out of my skull. My buddy scored us a ride with a couple college students, and all eyes went on me, and I said at the top of my lungs because I knew I was expected to say something. And the only thing that came to mind was like, "Hi, I'm tripping my balls off." So everyone in the place heard that. He's like, "Oh my god, I acted straight for this." So we finally got home and to his place, and I spent the rest of the night playing Legend of Zelda, just because it was the most amazing thing ever.
Nice.
I love fucking Zelda.
Well, we can all agree on something. Zelda fucks.
I've never played Zelda. We only had PlayStations.
Not Nintendo?
Man, well, I'm gonna have to play it with you and describe things as we go.
We had a Sega Genesis back in the day.
Oh
Man,
man,
that was the shit.
What was that goddamn fucking one with the wolf and you turn into this and you turn into that, man?
Altered Beast. Altered Beast.
Yeah, Altered Beast. Hell yeah. That was badass.
Yes, I love you, Jim.
Badass. Yeah. That was badass. But I tried to call my homeboy, Mark, and he's gonna tell you a story. And I guess I can tell you a story and everything like that, man. I mean, it happened right with us, man. You know the band Dying Fetus?
Of course.
John Gallagher.
Okay, John Gallagher and all that stuff. Well, this actually happened about John Gallagher, and we're at the Emerson Theater. We were opening up for him, and God damn it, I'm trying to think of the other band. They opened up Slipknot and all that shit, man. But anyway, man, they're the headliners like that. We're the openers like that, and we were out on the tour bus, and this is where shit went wrong. So we get up there, and everything like that, man. Me and Mark are, big weed smokers and all that stuff,
Weed.
And we're passing around. We're passing around this, this joint. We're passing around this joint. And everything like that, man. John Gallagher gets on the bus, all that stuff, man. And we're passing around. Everything's cool. Passing John Gallagher. It went by me, then Mark, then John Gallagher next to him. And John Gallagher hit the stuff, went over and opened up the window and threw the fucking joint out.
Oh.
And yeah, like dissed us. Now we're on tour with them. And I looked at Mark. I go, is he fucking serious? And Mark looks over to you, at John Gallagher. Are you fucking serious? And he goes, that was total crap. I don't want anything to do with it, man. So he spoiled it for other 6 fucking people and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Mark, my lead singer, Mark Conway. Yeah, I was gonna put him on the phone and everything like that to tell you guys stories. Yeah, to tell you guys this story and shit like that, man. But we got cut off or whatever, and
we can get him on another episode.
Mark actually lost his shit and grabbed John Gallagher, Dying Fetus guy, pulled him up, because Mark's a big fucking guy, he grabbed him by like two links and fucking pulled him up. He goes, you get the fuck out there and pick up that motherfucking joint right now, motherfucker, and threw him towards the door. and he came tumbling down. There's like 2 steps towards it. We're on a bus. And he went down those 2 steps and shit like that, man. And the bus driver opened up the door at the right time, and John Gallagher went on the fucking pavement,
Really?
and then Mark came out, like down the steps, like, go pick up my fucking joint, motherfucker. And I'm like, Mark, don't do this, bro. Don't do this, bro. Hey, we're on touring, tour bus. I booked this motherfucker. You're killing our lead guy and all that shit, lead band, shit like that, man. And fucking Mark actually grabbed him by the back of his collar, like, had just like a heavy metal shirt, like Deeds of the Flesh or something like that.
Yeah.
Dragged him around the fucking tour bus and made him pick up that fucking joint and bring it back to the goddamn inside of the fucking tour bus, and he gave it to me. and when John Gallagher gave it to me, he goes, "I'm so sorry I threw it out the window." I was so in shock. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I took the joint, and I'm like, not trying to disrespect fucking John Gallagher from fucking Dying Fetus, man, but I didn't want to fuck up my friend either, man. We're kicked off the tour the next day.
And John Gallagher's and John Gallagher's a nice guy. I've talked to him before. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. He's nice as hell, man. But, man, no, he pulled that shit on Mark, and Mark wasn't having it, bro. He wasn't having it. And it was so, I don't know how do you express it, man. They're like paradox.
John Gallagher. If you're listening, John, come on to the show. I want to hear.
Please, John Gallagher, fucking, express what the fuck you said, man. Please.
I give him the benefit of the doubt. He's John Gallagher.
That, and
John Gallagher.
I know our shows is like going towards that thing.
Yeah.
I always told this guy right here, man, that I'm going to talk about every fucking things. Where, I'm going to be honest about, the metal scene, man. Sometimes during, when you're on tour and shit like that, man,
things can happen.
Yeah, they promise you like $250, $300. I'll talk about, we're a young band and everything like that, man. That was him.
That was me.
That was him. You heard him knock over that shit. But anyway, man, we went to Cleveland, Ohio, Ohio Death Fest and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
And we played, like we supposed to play, but there's bigger bands and all that stuff, man. And I guess the promoter didn't make his quota, from the audience and all that shit, man. And he came up and said, "Well, you guys were at 5:00 to 5:30 or whatever the fuck he says, man." I go, "How much is that, man?" It's like, it's got to be like at least $100. That's what I'm thinking. $100, You know what this guy gives me?
What?
$10.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
$10 fucking dollars, man. $10 fucking dollars. I fucking I went up to my Mark, and I went to Chad. Chad and Mark, they're bigger guys than I am. I'm only like 166 pounds, and these guys are like 210, 220 and all that shit, man. I go, we need to get the rest of our money, man. I guess I shouldn't have said that, or I should have said that, man.
Hell.
I guess they beat the shit out of that fucking promoter, and they come up to me and they're like, be like, here. And I'm like, I look at it, man. It's like $220, man. I go, yeah, fuck it, man. We're out here. Well, you have the ride, Richie. I go, yeah, I got the ride, but we got to get out of here. I think it was like 2 hours later, man. We had Cleveland PD saying we beat the shit out of a promoter.
Nice.
We
By
beat
the way,
the shit out of this promoter, you know.
by the way,
And
not editing that
we're
out.
on our way to Buffalo, New York. You know, one shit, man.
I'll tell you a story. A friend. So I met a girl, and got along with her, and we were started dating or whatever. This guy from Hollywood hated me because he had a crush on this girl. He
Right.
tried to hold a knife to my throat,
Oh no.
which is amazing because I'm blind, so it's not like. But
You don't do that to your
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no shit.
I figured he wasn't going to do anything, so I started taunting him. Anyway, my friend who died being shot to death by the cops, he grabs this guy, and we're standing on like on the entrance of a building, and there's some steps there. He grabs this guy, fucking tilts him, tips him over on his head, and pile drives him into every step. You could hear it.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Well deserved. And you brother are blind, man.
What?
You brother are blind.
I'm blind, yeah, fully blind.
Legally and all that shit.
He was born blind.
It's more than just legally, man. He's
Yeah,
lived
I'm
through
100%,
darkness
man.
since
I got you.
birth.
He's also mentally blind because he doesn't
Right
like
on.
6 feet under.
Right on. Hey, I was trying to get where we're talking about, and so we get in.
So we get we go home, after a couple hours, and hey, what happened to that one guy you tried? He's like, I think he was breathing when I left him, maybe a little shallow, but
Man, I tell you what, man, I went to one show, man. It was over in I think it was like Columbus, Ohio, and I had no problem that night. We played a show. We were like we were a young band and all that stuff, and well, we just talk about the Cease and all that stuff. They were there, Macabre, all that stuff, Yeah, Macabre, all that stuff, man. Mortius the Sins, all that shit, And I was walking down there, man, and because our band reputation, of being satanic and all that stuff, man, we have numerous intercations, with other people, and most of the time, no, nothing ever happens, but sometimes things happen, man. I had a person, man, come up to me, it's like, you are not fucking part of fucking Christ's light. You are not part of fucking Christ's light. And I'm like walking down the road with my fucking, my guitar.
yeah.
And then I have like, I have a road crew, that they're dragging my fucking, my amps and shit like that, right behind me and stuff like that. We just want to go home. We just want, we want to get to our motel, and all that shit. We got paid for the night, and they kept fucking saying, "You're not part of Christ's light." And I'm like, the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
You're not part of Christ's light. Okay, all right, fine, man. We get the fuck out of the way, And I'm my crew's dragging the goddamn fucking my amps and the heads and all that shit, man. That's a lot of weight on those guys, man. I pay them a lot. I pay them a lot to to hang with me and everything like that. I make even and all that stuff, and fucking when we got to our vehicles, this happened for like 3 or 4 blocks,
Oh, man, that's annoying.
After the video, and we're putting there's like 4 or 5 of them, man. You should believe in Christ's light. You know,
Oh, yeah.
all that shit. You know, and they're just sitting there straight. We're ignoring them and all that shit, man. And then this is what happens. This is what sets me fucking loose, man. They came up, man. You know, I had my hatchback open, all that stuff. And it was on 2012, like, you know, Toyota RAV4.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're not making money, anything like that, man.
Yeah.
He comes up and kicks in my goddamn back. I have a 4-door car. He kicks in my back door, man. I fucking seen that, man. Fucking went after him, man. I fucking like, first off, man, I chased him down, and then just blasted him in the fucking face. You know, got him down on the fucking ground. Then all these other motherfuckers come out of nowhere. They start fucking kicking me and shit like that. Chad and Mark come up and start beating the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, to get me, you know, away from these guys, I get the fuck away from them. And, you know, I got a bloody lip, I got a bloody nose.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? I go up, man, I see that fucking guy that's doing that fucking shit, man. I went up, and, you know, I had a steel toe boot on, you know, because I wear those, you know,
man.
certain boots, you know, from our shows, man. Kicked him right in the fucking face. I swear his nose went like sideways.
Oh.
I swear to God.
That is
And
such an
I
horrible
kicked him
sound.
about 3 more times, man. And he goes like this. Oh, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. You know what? When he started doing that, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I went after his ass, man, and started kicking his ass all the way down the fucking street. You know, I got still a bloody nose and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
I said, get the fuck in the fucking, you know, SUV, a RAV4, you know, get the fuck in here, man. We rolled out there, man. We went to the next fucking stop, man. Fucking Rhode Island, fucking New York, man. Warwick, Rhode Island. And you know about that place, don't you?
I don't know that.
Yes, of
You don't,
course.
you don't know about Warwick, Rhode Island?
I do not.
Oh, brother. You know about the Great White Show?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Where everybody fucking burned
Yes.
to death and shit like that?
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
playing there the next fucking night,
Oh,
man.
shit.
No shit, man. Scared the fucking shit out of me. But you know what? On Carpathian Funeral, man, we have torches and shit like that, man. We did not do them in that fucking club, man. No.
That makes sense.
Said, you know, man, you know, not to go that far.
Right, that's
Well,
you
Frank,
know,
even,
so
even for a
I
metal
knew
band, you
Frank-
gotta be like, hey.
bro, for real, bro. That Great White concert, man, where fucking half the members of Great White died that night, man. Then like 126 fucking people fucking got fucking burned to death.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
We're not having torches.
Right, yeah.
yeah,
you know,
okay,
we
yeah,
didn't
so
smoke shit, man.
126 126 people burned to death, but I mean, they were Great White fans. What? I mean, that's not really a loss, is it?
When you put it that way.
Who the fuck said that? I love you. I love you.
You're saying what we're all thinking.
I love you. You know what? I seen Great White, man. Back in when I was, I think I was like 17 or 18, man. We tripped on acid from Steve Decatur High School. We went down to DeCoin State Fair,
Okay.
and
There's a racetrack over there.
Yeah, but we drove down there, man. It was Badlands, if
Yeah.
you remember them. That was Jakey Lee project. And she like
Uh-huh.
Great White and Tesla. No shit. Well, it's free, man. So fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck
You
it.
know,
Oh,
like-
and you're high, so
The bad part is, man, I had to drive back. You know, nobody was fucking sober. I was the only one that was sober, man. I had to drive through back like 13 fucking hours of fog, you know, to get back to our homes and make sure all my fucking, you know, kids, man, high school kids, man, were gonna be all right and shit like that, man. But yeah, I just taking that in stride, and they're like that, you know. Badlands sucked. Tesla fucking sucked. You know, I'm telling you, man. Great White sucked, man. They started playing that. What's that fucking one song? Their Nova. Man, it was garbage. We left, man. Right after that, man. Twice Bitten White Shy or where the fuck it was, man.
I know that. So I know some
Oh,
local
it sucks, man. It sucks, man.
some local death metal bands tried to use like black metal, use like pyro and stuff. And I was like, so I mean, I love explosions and I love pyro, but I was like, I'm not messing with that. I'm not doing that without a professional because that's
wrong.
scary.
No, we still do it, man. We still do it in Carpathian Funeral. We still we've been to Houston, Dallas, Phoenix, Los Angeles, Vegas, East Coast. We did New Jersey, but
I got to see you live one day.
the one thing that we did not support was Warwick, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
You're being sensitive. Yeah.
because those guys, metalheads,
you're
died.
you're such an evil piece of shit, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You fucking satanic piece of shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you see what I mean, man? Just not everything is the way it seems. And
No,
so yeah.
But yeah, so that's I got to see you guys live one day if you ever play. We might be moving to Arizona.
If you play locally,
we're coming up, man. But you just got to wait for us. Fucking release this new album, man. Sworn to Blasphemy. We'll have.
What's your EP called again? Because I can't find it anywhere. It's not
can't
on
find
Metal
your EP.
Archives or on
It's called-
Discogs or.
It's called Demonic Trinity.
do you
Okay.
happen to have any recordings of it?
Yeah,
I
I would love to
I
hear
do.
that.
I don't have any recordings of it.
Well, I gotta make.
I'm the
I gotta-
artist.
We would be really interested in hearing that. We can't find it online anywhere.
Yeah, it's not on Metal Archives. It's not.
It was only EP only.
I will gladly.
We have a weird thing. We have a weird thing. Good luck finding our shirts.
You have shirts?
You
I
didn't
want
know about
Carpathian
that?
I need a shirt. I will
Funeral
buy a
shirts.
shirt. Give me a shirt.
Guess what? I have so limited fucking shit, man. I can't fucking supply you a shirt.
All right. Well, when you can, I will definitely buy one.
But
Yeah.
guess what?
It's not on
The,
fucking.
the shows we played,
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, I threw them out on off stage.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
And you know what it says on the back?
What?
Fuck the Bible.
God.
In big block letters.
That's so fucking brutal. I love it.
Then it has a fucking demon fucking ripping Jesus' heart out.
Nice.
Yes.
I know what I was gonna say. So I was talking about Slayer and Behemoth when Behemoth tore up a Bible on stage in Kentucky. Now, like tearing up a Bible on stage in Los Angeles.
It's a real Bible, though.
Right.
Now, tearing up a Bible on stage in Los Angeles is like no big deal, but in Kentucky, that you're asking to be killed. That's like,
Right.
please
We-
kill me.
We got reviewed in, I think it's Regis Rock Club. We're opening up for Morbid Angel, and we had our
By the way, there's a picture of me in the Skype chat.
Paul Gillis. I'm trying to think of his band, and all that stuff, man. I mean, I want to get out there and all that stuff, man. He got bad reviews, and then we were second before Morbid Angel and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
And we were tossing shirts out there. Like I think I tossed probably about 56 shirts.
Nice.
Yeah. Double sided. I took a hit on it, financially and shit, But
Really quick
the
before I forget.
show went off of a hitch, man. The other band was Mort's
Yeah.
Flare. Yep, Mort's Flare.
Really quick, but before I forget, you mentioned
Mort's
early
Flare.
on.
Yeah.
You mentioned early on a war metal band from Chicago. What was the name of the band again?
Macabre, Mort's Flare.
Yeah, I love Macabre.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer
plays,
Blues.
Macabre plays every fucking Christmas show ever.
They are
You
the
know
most.
about that? They've been doing it for like 20 fucking years, man. For real.
They are the catchiest band ever.
You know what they always play about?
What?
Serial killers.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, of
right.
course.
Yeah,
I
man.
got the
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer Blues.
Yes, Dahmer, all that shit, man. My favorite is Night Stalker.
My favorite is Iceman.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite. That's my favorite song from Macabre.
My favorite is
Night
Iceman.
Stalker.
I have
Yep.
I have so many favorite songs by Macabre. Like I said, they get stuck in my head all the
They're
time.
so
You guys heard Magotwat?
What?
Oh, Magotwat is from Chicago, Illinois, man. They are different.
Hold on, I'm gonna look
they-
them up real quick.
Yeah, look them up. They are a 2-piece band, and then they have a drum track behind it. But here's the weird part: they build up a drummer that's a puppet, a puppet death metal drummer, and he does all the shit, man. Here,
A puppet.
you got YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, go to YouTube.
Well,
Go to Maggot Twat. You want to see how badass these guys are? I'm friends with them too.
Well, check it out after
No. Hey, brother, exit out of that. Put in Elvis Sucks, Reggie's.
Jim's a puppet.
No.
It's actually true. Jim's not real. He's actually just a puppet.
Find live.
But
Okay, now go for it.
but
Hold on.
there's a lot of great bands from Chicago.
Oh yeah, there is.
The
Anyway,
in Illinois, and the Midwest. I mean, maybe because there's just nothing to do in the Midwest, but there's so many great.
There is nothing to
bands.
do here. I'm gonna
No.
tell you. There's cornfields and soybeans.
back up.
Jungle Rod,
I know. Dead Youth, man. This is one of my
Dead
favorites.
Youth. I love Dead Youth.
I fucking love Dead Youth, man.
Articles,
Now that I know. Yeah,
Articles
I
of
know.
Faith, of course.
Dude, Dead Youth, man. Riveting album. I love that fucking album, man. I got it on tape at my house, man. I
Nice.
mean, like, I'm talking about like fucking like tape. That's spirituality. Nope. That's not it.
One of my favorites is The Effigies.
Here, put in full album. Dead Youth, full album.
One of my we'll
learning
check
as we
that
go.
after the.
Nope. Keep going down. No, it has this.
Fuck YouTube.
Man, fuck you, man. I'll get it. Give me that goddamn remote. Where the fucking back?
Jim, I
Okay.
think I just died.
I want Dead Youth Rhythming.
I think I just died, Jim. That was
Rhythming. You know how to fucking spell that? There you go. Give me that goddamn thing.
He's not very good at spelling.
There it is. Okay.
I'm currently
I want
learning
the
something.
whole fucking album figured fucking out. God damn it.
I
I
don't know
love you
what's.
guys. I'm just messing with
Yeah,
you.
you're fine. So he's not going to be here for much longer. Is there anything else you guys want to talk
No, I
about?
fucking goddamn get you fucking rhythming, asshole.
So before Brian has to go, is there anything else we need?
Program for me.
Before he has to go, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, this is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
You got a new album coming out. What's it called again?
Sworn to Blasphemy.
Sworn to Blasphemy. I can't wait for that one. I can't wait to see you guys live.
Oh my god.
You
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be on the credits and all that shit.
you
When's it
have to
coming
tell
out?
me when you have a show because I
Yeah,
will be there.
well, man. As long as
When's
these
it coming
assholes
out?
fucking learn. You know?
Do you guys have like a tentative like date or anything, or for when's the
No,
album
we
gonna come out?
gotta fucking figure this shit out, man. I got it fucking going on. It's up to these dickheads, man, to fucking learn it. Then we have to record it. Then we have to send it off to the goddamn fucking record company. Then they take fucking 3 months, so you might see it fucking like November.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the metal world.
Yep. So me and him are probably going to jump off, and I'm going to talk to him for a few minutes before I jump back on. so I don't want to cancel everything.
Okay,
Let
I
it
think
go.
we'll end the show here, and then we'll just bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
On.
It's been great fun, you guys. Brian, thanks for coming on.
Yep.
And so,
Have a
always
good
welcome
time
to come
there.
back on.
That's it. Right there. There you go.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for having us on. It was really fun.
Come back anytime.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
This has been the Swine Brothers Show, episode 203. You know the contact is Cosmicgodsdie@gmail.com. Facebook is Swine Brothers, and Twitter is SwineBros666. For the Blind Idiot, for Flem, and our special guest, Brian Ritchey of Carpathian Funeral. This is the Seeing Eye Mutant, the Jim, signing the fuck off. Now you guys piss the hell off and have some fun, kiddies.
They opened up for him and everything like that, and what other people call the deicide caravan crew, because they all traveled in Dodge caravans. What I mean, like that. Well, outside the venue, Keith got in an argument with Glenn Benton. Benton was pissed off. And he's like, well, I like the way you guys sounded and all this other shit, and you borrowed my amp. Bass amp or something like that, and he was like, fuck you. Hey, give me my shit back. Okay, we're cutting this fucking conversation short. Fucking forget it, no fucking big deal, man. Ben was almost ready to fucking beat Keith Tinsley. Keith Tinsley from a band called What Thou Wilt. They opened up for him and all that stuff, and Benton was having a hard time getting his bass rig together, so he borrowed from What Thou Wilt. And there's another story that goes along with this. Okay, so Keith Tinsley and Glenn Benton, got into it by their band, all that stuff, and everything like that. And nothing really happened physically or anything like that, but they got in a big argument or anything like that. Keith flips them off or whatever and stuff like that. But coming down the line on that same thing, there was an incident with another band that I know, and I'm sure you guys know. It's called Broken Hope.
Oh,
yeah, I saw Broken Hope live in 2013.
Oh, no doubt, man. Damien Lesky is now the lead singer and everything like that with Broken Hope. He used to be back with Orgasm.
Oh, Gorgasm's
Oh
great.
yeah. Gorgasm.
Yeah, and all that stuff. And they were on tour down in Texas or something like that, and there was an issue with Glenn Benton's bass and stuff like that. Oh, also another friend, man, that was on that tour too. Jimmy Ginnis, from not Go Whore. God damn it. I hate when I do this time. But the band from fucking Chicago that always plays, with the war metal and all that stuff. My God damn it.
Cyanide?
No, not Cyanide. I know Paul and all them. They're really super serious about war metal and stuff like that. But they're huge. But anyway, Jim Ginnis has played in a bunch of other bands and like that. He's played with me and everything like that. And he was reluctant in having Ben play his bass rig. Yeah, I think it was like an Ampeg, 10 count, a 10, and then a head. And I think Glenn's head smoked out, and he asked my buddy for his head to do the show and all that stuff. But the past, there was a problem where Glenn didn't like his sound, something like that, and Jimmy wanted him to change knobs with it, to do the deicide sound and shit like that. So there was like a little ruffle tussle type thing, Eventually, he gave it to him, and Glenn cranked it up too much, like too much reverb, too much something, man, and smoked out Jimmy's fucking head, Jimmy's fucking bass head.
Oh,
It was like $1,400, $1,500 fucking bucks.
Yeah.
And it went midway show. Then another road crew member grabbed another bass pod, and Jimmy's was like a 1,500. I think they put a 600 watt up there just to go out for other songs and supposed to go and shit like that. Jimmy is pissed. It's like, hey, you owe me for this, And Glenn Bennett's like, I'm looking at our host, man. I'm flipping him off. That's exactly what the hell happened, man. Between Glenn Benton and Jimmy, and oh yeah, I remember now. Jimmy's from Jungle Rod. Yeah, Jim that's from Jungle Rod. His real last name is not Jimenez. I know it is, but I'm not going to say it.
Right.
But anyway, man. So they got into it and all that stuff, and this is on the Broken Hope tour, man. And they were having, Jungle Rod's having issues, Broken Hope's having issues on the same tour as Deicide, and it announced in every major, internet, log company, metal company, and all that stuff, that they're kicked off the tour. Deicide kicked Jungle Rod and Broken Hope off the tour. And you should have seen the fucking relash on that motherfucker. The next fucking show was down in Texas because they were playing like Austin, and then the next show was supposed to be in Dallas.
Yeah.
And the two bands, they got kicked off, so they were looking for like newbies and shit like that, And one of the new bands came up to him and said, they'd blown been the head like that, I guess it's like a crate or something like that, crate head, and they were like, Glenn Benton Deicide was like, well, I don't want that piece of shit, go give me a, something fucking better, blah blah blah, Ampeg or whatever, and shit like that, and that same like little crew told him to fuck off too, and walked away from the show, man. He is such a fucking cocksmoker. Now when I met him, I didn't do a tour with him. I did an opening show with him, and he was nice as pie and everything like that.
Yeah,
that
I met him before. He was always really cool. I met
really
him.
Yeah, he was cool to me too.
But I'm telling you, brother, something's happened in the last couple of years. Because, I'm talking like, I opened for him at the Emerson Theater, with the big slant floor and all that shit in Indianapolis, all that stuff, man. I opened for him, man. Dude, he was nice as hell. No problem, man. Fuck, we shared shots and beers and no problem like that. But flip forward to like about 4 or 5 years after, and then we did a show down in Dallas, Texas with him. Oh, wait. Well, I'm sorry. I messed that up. I played all kinds of places. It was Las Vegas, Nevada, and with Hate Eternal, and man, actually, there's a story behind that too. But I showed it on my head.
Well, we'll
see a scar there. Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But was out there in Vegas, man. Hate Eternal. Eric Rattan, awesome guy. Awesome guy. We also played BC Rich Ironbirds and all that stuff, And Glenn was really cool then. Long as I didn't. Okay, I had sick. I spoke. And I go, do you mind taking a picture? I go, remember me?" He goes, "Yeah, I remember you, but from the Emerson and all that shit, and about the incident."
Yeah.
I talked to him about that, and sometimes we have a bad day. Sometimes we have a bad day. We have a bad day. Okay, all for. So I go out, in Vegas. I play this show, man, and stuff like that, man. And we're busting ass, because we're a young band and everything like that, And after the show, I went and went out to the parking garage, which is the backstage, and talked to Glenn. Only thing that he would not do is be around me from smoking a cigarette because of his vocals.
Huh.
It's just understandable, man. You've been doing this shit for 30 plus years,
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to get. He used to smoke. I
Yeah.
asked him that. Did you?
He's mentioned that in an interview. That's how he does his
He used to
vocals.
smoke. He used to smoke fucking cigarettes and shit like that. And he goes, as long as you put that cigarette down, man, I'll take a picture with you. And I have it on my phone, and my phone's over here, but anyway, I have it on my phone and all that stuff, and everything like that, man. But Eric Rattan from Hate Eternal, who is now in Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yep. And the producer of Cannibal Corpse.
All those albums and Belphegor.
I met him a couple times down in St. Louis at the food bar, and that type of thing,
Yeah, I've been there.
And man, actually, it Pops like twice. He's been around for a bit.
Pops too?
Man. Yeah.
These are kind of local places.
Yeah, well, man, I don't know what it is, man, but it's like, he has like I don't know if it's an attraction to me or an attraction to him that I go to. But every time I meet this guy, man, he is just positive as hell. Just, wants to just hang out with you and everything like that, man. And I love that shit. I love that shit. That's what a true rocker is,
Right.
It's not with this attitude like that, But I was hanging out there in Vegas, because Hate Eternal was opening up for DSI. Of course, we was the band like down here like 5:45, and they go on at like 10 or 12, wherever, all that shit, And man, they both of those guys never treated us any different.
Right.
And it was a really good positive experience and everything like that, And I know about the Broken Hope fucking thing that happened, to them, and the Jungle Ride happened to them. That didn't happen in my time, but do I believe it? Yeah, I do. I really do. I think the shit was caught up with Benton. And he was under pressure, and then I'm a big, like Brian Hoffman.
Of course.
fan. I love the old
DSI. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the
Well,
old
okay,
stuff,
well,
man. First